Boys Hockey is brought to you in part by the Rainy Lake Medical Center, Ekman Motors, the Outdoorsman's Headquarters, Studio B Flooring, the Falls International Airport, Northern Lumber, Domino's, TrueStar, Einerson Flying Service, Align Chiropractic and Wellness Center, Canner Electric, Rainy Lake Houseboats, Beyond Aesthetics, Rainy River, Minnesota North College, Nelson Salvage and Recycling, North Star Electric, The Dent Shop, Cape, Snap Fitness, Up North Builders, Service Master, City Drug, PCA, Enbridge, Hometown Hobby and Crafts, Green Larson Mortuary, Lakes Gas, Border Bank, The Sports Shop, Nagurski Transportation, the Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Northland Sales and Service, the Falls Lumber Company, Arrowhead Transit, Howard Senex East, Napa Auto Parts, St. Thomas School, and Worley Motors. Now, let's go to the rink for Bronco Boys Hockey on Lakes Country 104.1 and rjbroadcasting.com.
Rainy Lake Medical Center is proud to offer local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab, and return to sports guidance. Rainy Lake Medical Center's Advanced Concussion Management Program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year from Rainy Lake Medical Center.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bronco Arena as we get set for high school boys hockey as the International Falls Broncos take on the Moose Lake Area Rebels. Tim Ringhoffer joining you here this afternoon on Lakes Country 104.1 here in International Falls. Also on WMOZ, the Moose, down in Moose Lake. Happy to have you all along if you're listening to us. If you are listening to us and you're saying, geez, I wish I could watch this game. If you haven't been told yet, yourliveevent.com is exactly the place to go watch that. Search for the game, and you will find it on our Your Live Event. It's a YouTube page, so go on there if you are listening down in that area and you would prefer to watch it. We've got a great cameraman. We got a great tech guy. We'll get it all taken care of you for you here. But if you want to stay with us on MOZ, the Moose, we'll be happy to have you on there as well. These two teams come in. The Moose Lake Area Rebels played last night, a tough 4-3 loss, and not only did they end up losing that game, but they end up losing another player, and I just got to make sure I get it right. Joey Olson, the sophomore forward, a broken wrist in 3 places, I'm being told from last night. So when I talked to head coach Chris Gamps, he talked about the fact that this team is just battling injury after injury. Things started pretty well. There was a 3-game winning streak after the first 3 games were lost, and have fallen on hard times. And so Moose Lake Area, after that win, or that near win against Lake of the Woods last night, and if it helps Moose Lake fans think about this a little bit, the Broncos lost to Lake of the Woods early in the season. So it could be a very competitive game here. The Falls comes in 5-10 on the season. They lost at Greenway on Thursday night by a final score of 4-1. Talked to the coaching staff, not necessarily pleased with the effort, and that's the one thing that kids can control. Sometimes the opponent is this and the opponent is that, but you can always control your effort. And I think as the coaching staff talked about on Coach's Corner this morning, and you'll hear in the interview with head coach Chad Baldwin, this is supposed to be a lunch pail type of group. And they didn't play that way on Thursday night. So I think the message is going to see how this team for the Broncos comes out in this game. Record sitting at 5-10 on the season. Coming off that big game last Friday night here when they celebrated the 75th season of Bronco hockey and all the excitement. And they come out and they absolutely blitzed St. Paul Johnson by a score of 12-1. And then come out and kind of lay an egg, for lack of a better term, on Thursday night at the Snake Pit in Coleraine. Obviously did not make the coaching staff very happy. The Broncos got a big game coming up, an Iron Range Conference game coming up on Thursday against North Shore, and then they head back to Red Lake Falls on Saturday in a game that was the first time the Broncos beat Red Lake Falls ever was a couple of Saturdays ago, right here, or Fridays ago at Bronco Arena when they won 7-4. And looking at the Moose Lake schedule, they're going to be at Ashland on Tuesday, and then they're going to be at home against Wilmer on Saturday. We're going to take a break here on the Hometown Hobby and Crafts pregame show. If you checked out Hometown Hobby and Crafts' large array of merchandise, not only do they have everything to make your school or craft project the best it can be, but they've got so much more. January is National Puzzle Month, and to celebrate that, Hometown Hobby and Crafts, 15% off if you go in and buy one puzzle, 20% off if you buy 2 or more puzzles. So head on down to 327 3rd Street in downtown International Falls to see what they have for you. They also have the largest supply of yarn in the Borderland area. Don't forget, you can give me a text at 218-324-3053. Let me know who you think is going to score the first goal for the Broncos in this hockey game. And if you got your phone out, maybe a late lunch, maybe some pizza, maybe some chicken wings, maybe some pasta or some sandwiches from Domino's will do you the trick, or you can order online at Domino's.com. And if you do text me, if you are correct, you're going to win a $5 gift certificate to Domino's. We're going to take a 60-second break here on the Hometown Hobby and Crafts pregame show. When we come back, the interview with head coach Chad Baldwin. You're listening to the Broncos and the Rebels on the Moose, WMOZ in Moose Lake, and on Lakes Country 104.1 in International Falls.
City Drug.
Hi, this is Chris Lassala, Vice President and Branch Manager of Border Bank. If you own a business, you know how important having the right banker is to the success of your business. At Border Bank, we are proud to have earned the reputation of caring for our customers' business as if they were our own. We're more than business bankers, we're partners, and our customer success is our ultimate goal. If your business could use that kind of attention, reach out to me to explore what business banking at Border Bank can do for you. We're Border Bank, partnering with Northern Minnesota businesses since 1935. Member FDIC.
Coke knows there's nothing better than the beat of the summer. From low-key to hyped up. So we're helping you and your friends drink it all in with 100 days of artist experiences, tracks, and concerts with the best names in music, all at Coke Studio. Drink, scan, and enjoy your Coke so you never miss out on the amazing offers we're dropping this summer. Okay, not gonna lie, that was pretty good.
Welcome back to the pregame show and the Up North Builders coaches interview with head coach Chad Baldwin. Coach, I want to go back to last Friday night just to recap the big night there. Just give your thoughts a week later about what a special night it was.
Yeah, unbelievable night. I think everybody that made it back and everybody that put it together was very happy. Still getting comments about how great of a night it was for the community. And even in Greenway earlier this week, the ref that was up here that refed it was talking to the Greenway people down there, like they got to try and do something like that in a few years when they have their 75th. So I think the word got out that it was a pretty special night up here. And yeah, I don't think anybody could be happier than how it went.
Kids played pretty well last Friday night, the 12-1 win over St. Paul Johnson.
Yeah, they played great. Obviously, with that many people in the crowd and the band going, you puts a little extra jump in you. But I thought they came out a little nervous, overhandled a few pucks or had a little bit of jitters. But we got one right away, which was nice. And, as the game went on, we kind of took over and the boys settled in and played a really good game.
Let's talk about Thursday night, the game in Greenway that you just mentioned, the 4-1 loss. Maybe not the best game for the Broncos.
Yeah, I mean, really, there's no sugarcoating it. We came out flat, and they got a couple quick ones, and we dug ourselves a hole. I guess I was a little bit worried about that. Tried to prepare the boys, coming off the 75th game with something they've never experienced before. And, I'm not going to make excuses. We weren't ready to go, and two even teams, in my opinion, and they got a couple bounces, and we weren't able to answer back, and that's definitely one that is going to frustrate us, for the seeding.
For the seeding, definitely. Here's another important game today with Moose Lake area is a team that's below you in the QRF that you got to win. So how do we get the boys to maybe show up and not let them get a chance to get going?
We're just going to have we'll call it a friendly reminder before the game what kind of team we are, and that's a blue-collar team, and we pride ourselves on hard work and playing for each other, and that's how we need to be successful, is just hard work, doing everything best of our ability, and we're not going to be a cute team. So if they want to work hard, they're going to have success and give themselves a chance, and that's what we're gonna talk about.
You mentioned to me that Colin Koshik's out of the lineup due to injury. So how does that affect your forward lines at all with the mix and keeping continuity? Or is this maybe a blessing where you get a chance to change things up a little bit going towards the playoffs?
Well, I'll definitely say it's not a blessing, but your senior captain, leading point getter, he's a little dinged up from the Greenway game. But we've actually been playing 7 guys in our top 6, rotating us a guy in. So we got a little more depth this year, more numbers. So another kid's going to get a chance to prove himself and get more ice time, and it should be, like I said, an opportunity for kids to step up, and we need it. We're going to have somebody, or as a group, step up and fill his shoes.
Coach, good luck.
Yep, thank you.
That is head coach of the International Falls Broncos, Chad Baldwin there. That interview brought to you by Up North Builders, expert construction in International Falls. They've got planning, they've got management, and they've got experience, and it makes a difference. Up North Builders. No doubt he talked about not being able to sugarcoat it anyway, not going to put it whatever. A team that did not play the way they are capable of playing on Thursday night. No whatever to Greenway on that, at least in this guy's voice. It's just one of those games where I expected it to be maybe a 1-goal, a 2-goal game with an empty netter with Greenway the other night, and the Broncos losing it 4-1. Did give up an empty netter. It was 3-1, but it just didn't seem like the Broncos gave themselves the best chance to win that hockey game the other night. We're going to take another break here on the Hometown Hobby and Crafts pregame show. Don't forget, you can give me a text at 218-324-3053. Let me know who you think is going to score the first goal for the Broncos. Give yourself a chance to win a $5 gift certificate to Domino's. We'll take 60 seconds. We'll come back with the interview I did with head coach of the Moose Lake Area Rebels. That is Chris Gamst. You're listening to the Broncos on Lakes Country 104.1, and you're listening to the Rebels on the Moose, WMOZ in Moose Lake. We're coming right back.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide, where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Head Coach Chad Baldwin. Coach, I want to go back to last Friday night just to recap the big night there. Just give your thoughts a week later about what a special night it was.
Yeah, unbelievable night. I think everybody that made it back and everybody that put it together was very happy. Still getting comments about how great of a night it was for the community. And even in Greenway earlier this week, the ref that was up here that refed it was talking to the Greenway people down there, like they got to try and do something like that in a few years when they have their 75th. So I think the word got out that it was a pretty special night up here, and yeah, I don't think anybody could be happier than how it went.
Kids played pretty well last Friday night, the 12-1 win over St. Paul Johnson.
Yeah, they played great. Obviously with that many people in the crowd and the band going, puts a little extra jump in you.
And we're going to come back. I apologize for that. I accidentally put the same interview in twice. I didn't get the Gamst interview in there. So what we'll do here is we're going to take a quick 30-second timeout for those listening on the Moose, the board op. We'll come back and we're going to try that interview once again here with head coach Chris Gamst. The Outdoorsman's headquarters wants to help you get those fish through the ice and into your bucket. Take $50 off all StrikeMaster 40-volt augers. The Eskimo Quick Fish 3-Eye Limited Edition Plaid Pop-Up marked down to $299.99. Get $50 off the Garmin Striker Plus 4 Ice Bundle. Don't forget to purchase your bait card, and if you want a great deal on a pistol, the Beretta APX A1 is just $249.99. All these savings and more at the Outdoorsman's headquarters. Before you shop elsewhere, check with us for the best products, the best prices, and the best customer service.
Welcome to another edition of Where Are They Now? Tonight's game features Jim Jurgensen. Jim was a 19.
Welcome back to the
Happy New Year from Ekman GM. With that said, new vehicles coming in at Ekman GM of International Falls. You need to get in now because these won't last. The brand new 2023 Chevrolet Silverado 3500 HD LTZ diesel. Sale price is $80,125. Or this brand new 2023 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 RST. Sale price is only $61,905. Chevrolet, find new roads. Find out more at EkmanIFalls.com.
Welcome back to the pregame show, being joined by Moose Lake area head coach Chris Gams. Coach, talk a little bit about how the season has gone thus far. I've heard injury-filled so far, but talk about how it's gone for the Rebels.
Well, it's definitely been injury-filled, unfortunately, but we had a 3-game winning streak early in the season, and since then we've kind of struggled a little bit with putting the puck in the net. We lost a tough one last night to Lake of the Woods 4-3. Played pretty well, actually, but again, our biggest problem has just been scoring.
Yeah, talk about what you liked about what you saw against the Bears last night in your home game.
Played real physical, fast. We're trying to get our players to play a little quicker this year. Kind of changing up the forecheck a little bit from the past. Kind of played out, they were playing a trap. 1-4, which is needed at times, but now we're going to a 2-3, pretty aggressive. So as long as we get our high guy, our D are told to activate and get physical. So yeah, just changing that kind of stuff up.
Talk about the kids that make this team go.
It's always going to be senior leadership. I think we have 5 seniors now that are with us still. Just their experience. And then we got a good group of sophomores that came up from the Bantam program that has been successful the last few years. So we try to skate. I mean, early on it was 4 lines in 6D. Now we're down to pretty much 3 lines in 5D. But yeah, so just we need production from everyone, really.
Talk about what kind of game we should expect with the Broncos today.
Well, just looking from last year's stats, I know they beat us up pretty good with shot-wise and score-wise. I think we played them either 2 or 3 times last year. I expect this team will be we played Hibbing earlier on, which was probably our best team. I expect they'll be fast and physical, so we're going to have to play our systems to a T and then maybe get a little lucky.
Is there kind of a young kid on your team? You talked about this sophomore group that's come up off of the Vans. Is there kind of maybe a young kid that kind of makes that group go, that makes them tick and has really helped them in the past?
Actually, that whole group is just pretty solid. A couple defensemen, Dressel and Henry Wyatt. I guess there's 2 defensemen that it's tough to step in from Bantams to high school at that defensive position, but they both really handle the puck well and they skate excellent. So those are the 2. And then again, that Joey Olsen is the one that went out last night unfortunately with that broken wrist. So he was one that was also just a great skater and a good kid, but he'll probably be done for the year. So. Yeah, and then we got Eli Gilbertson today, starting in the nets. He started last night also and played really well. So those are going to be the kids that will have to play well in order for us to be successful.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Good luck this season.
Yep, thanks.
Head coach there, Chris Gams of the Moose Lake area Rebels there, joining us for that Up North Builders coaches interview. Expert construction in International Falls, planning, management, and experience, and it makes a difference. Up North Builders. I got to apologize for that error once again. Hey, just sometimes you put things into the system and it's wrong, and then you try to fix it, and it only compounds itself. So the Zamboni has just left the ice. We're going to take another 60-second timeout here. When we come back, I'm going to give you the keys of the game for the Broncos to pick up a win. Brought to you by Rainy Lake Houseboats. We'll also have the sports shop starting lineups, and we'll have our national anthem. This is Tim Ringhofer coming to you from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College press box area. You're listening on WMOZ The Moose in Moose Lake and on Lakes Country 104.1 in International Falls.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's Jerrid.
Woo! Let's get crazy!
In movies, when someone at a party jumps into a pool fully dressed, everyone cheers them on and jumps in too. Just so you know, in real-life parties, nobody jumps in after you. You just look stupid.
Come on, jump in! Come on!
Most party fouls are pretty dumb, but if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Learn more at ultimatepartyfoul.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome back here to Bronco Arena. As we get closer to the start of this game, it's time to your keys to the game, brought to you by Rainy Lake Houseboats. Is located on magnificent Rainy Lake. It's where the highways end and the ancient waterways begin. Rainy Lake Houseboats offer amazing Minnesota houseboat vacations on Rainy Lake in Voyageurs National Park, and you can call them at 1-800-554-9188. Keys to the game for the Broncos. Hey, we talked about it during the pregame interview. I talked about it after the pregame interview. No letdowns. Get that lunchbox mentality, hard-nosed stuff. No Colin Koshik. He's the captain, and there's a reason why he's the captain. He's the one that kind of drives that attitude. So we'll see if the Broncos can overcome that and get off to a good start here against Moose Lake area. That is your keys to the game, brought to you by Rainy Lake Houseboats. It's time for your starting lineups, brought to you by the Sports Shop for honest service and fair prices on bikes, hockey equipment, snowshoes, and more. Come to the Sports Shop in downtown International Falls. Starting in goal for the Rebels is going to be sophomore number 31, Eli Gilbertson. Also starting on the defensive line there, you're going to have number 19, Gavin Gamst, and I believe number 14, Everett Gamst, and also, I believe, number 20 there, Colin Procker. Also starting on the forward line, you're going to get number 6, Dalton Slama, number 9, Gavin Anderson, and number 19, Gavin Gamst. So there's your starting lineup for the Moose Lake area Rebels. They came out in different colored jerseys. They were wearing kind of a white pregame jersey. Now they come out with their blues and reds with white numerals and white helmets. So, hey, I'm all right with that. Starting for the International Falls Broncos, starting in goal will be sophomore number 30, Keaton Maish. Ty Schoberg took a puck to the helmet at practice the other day and suffered a concussion. So the senior goaltender not in the lineup for the foreseeable future, I guess, as we look at it that way. Starting on the defense, the senior number 10, Matt Worley, and also number 15, senior Cody Joslin. Your starting forward line will be the senior number 6, Braden Skifsted. I was talking to him last week. He's a little bit been dealing with a little bit of a hernia. Apparently that maybe has fixed itself a little bit. Also on the forward line, sophomore number 9, Cooper Crandall, and sophomore number 22, Asher Keep. And those last two gentlemen were part of the Coach's Corner this morning. I'll get that posted up online later on this evening. And hopefully if you missed Coach's Corner this morning, you can go back and listen to it after I post it on Facebook and our Twitter site. So the teams are just about ready to get introduced here. Oh, by the way, those are your starting lineups, brought to you by the Sports Shop in downtown International Falls. The Broncos, of course, in their home whites, along with the gold helmets, the purple breezers. And, of course, I see a couple of mini-mites out there. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that my son gets a chance to go out there and skate with the Broncos today. He's pretty jacked to be standing on the blue line with the Broncos. So good to see him out there. And I see the goaltender coming out, and I'm looking at the coaches from Moose Lake area, and they're like shaking their head, like, no, that is not what I told them. But number 1 there, Richie Balut, came out for the starting goaltender. But I was told that it was Eli Gilbertson. We'll wait to see how what we see when it comes back when we go out onto the ice for the start of this hockey game. You've been listening to the Hometown Hobby and Crafts pregame show. Again, stop down at 327 3rd Street in downtown International Falls. See what they've got for puzzles. 15% off 1, 20% off 2 or more. So stop in and see what Hometown Hobby and Crafts has to offer you, and then you'll get to see everything else that they have to make your craft project the best it can be. We're going to take a 2.5-minute timeout, and when we come back, we're going to have the start of this hockey game between the Broncos and the Rebels. You're listening to it on the Moose, WMOZ, and on Lakes Country 104.1 in International Falls.
The National Propane Gas Association recommends that all gas systems should be routinely inspected every 5 years. Lakes Gas in the Falls can check your gas systems on a regular basis. A gas system safety inspection only takes 1 or 2 hours and includes a leak test as well as a visual inspection of all your gas appliances. Lakes Gas has a fall special on gas safety system inspections right now, so call Lakes Gas for an appointment today. Lakes Gas, your local propane company since 1959.
Cloudy this afternoon with a high of 24. West winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Overcast skies again. Tonight, lows of a low around 9 above. Daytime highs approaching 20. Tomorrow, sunshine mixed with clouds at times. About an inch of snow Monday. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki from the Weatherology Weather Center on Lakes Country. Currently, it's 23.
Lukacek Architecture is a proud sponsor of Bronco hockey. Growing up as part of the iconic Dirty Dozen band, Bronco hockey brings back great memories. For quality commercial and residential architecture right here in northern Minnesota, contact Lukacek Architecture.
Good luck to the Bronco hockey teams this season from Rainy Lake Oil. For all your fuel, propane, lube, and chemical needs, call Rainy Lake Oil at 1-888-LAKE-OIL. Larry and his staff will take care of it all.
Go Broncos!
Howard Cenex East invites you to see all they have to offer. Cenex East carries Canadian bakery bread, Wisconsin's best meat and cheese sticks, and other healthy snacks, along with a wide variety of chips, candy, and beverages. Howard Cenex East offers a 7-cent per gallon discount on gas and fuel when paying with cash. Hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday 9 to 6, and closed on Sunday. If you're looking for fun and rewarding jobs, stop into Cenex East and pick up an application. Howard Cenex East, Highway 53.
Worley Motors of International Falls is saluting all former Bronco hockey players on this year's 75th anniversary of Bronco boys hockey. Our team at Worley Motors is having its 76th anniversary right here in International Falls. We know that this 2022-23 Bronco hockey team plays hard and works hard, just like the Broncos teams of the past. Congratulations, Bronco players and coaches from the Worley Motors team at 309 5th Street in International Falls.
Welcome back here to Bronco Arena as we are getting set. The team's ready to, well, one of the little guys need to get his helmet strapped up there, and the goaltender helping him out. And, of course, my son got to stand next to his favorite player, so he is going to be jacked. I can't wait to talk with him after the game about getting that opportunity. Get in here with the mosh pit and get a chance to be a part of that Bronco huddle around the goaltender, around their goal as he heads off the ice. The Broncos will be going right to left in this first period. Again, they're in their home whites. The Rebels, they are in their road blues with red and white trim as the 5-10 Broncos take on the 3-11 Rebels here on a Saturday afternoon. Again, happy to have you along down in the Moose Lake area on the Moose, and of course listening here in International Falls. Again, I haven't been talking about yourliveevent.com, but if you want to watch this game with the video, you can go to yourliveevent.com, search for International Falls boys hockey, and you'll have it there. It is going to be Eli Gilbertson that is in goal, number 30, even though he was not announced, so that straightens that away. We are ready for high school hockey as Crandall and Procker take the face-off. Puck is down. Skifstead knocks it into the far corner as he will chase it down there. Knocks it in behind the Rebel net. Knocked around there by Gavin Anderson. Picked back up by the Broncos. This is Keep as he's pinned to the wall. Pass, clearing attempt, knocks right back onto the goaltender, Gilbertson. He knocks that into the far corner as we're just underway. Skifstead, big body, gets it off to Keep. He pushes it in behind the net. Slama up along the wall. Pushed out and brought out to center there by big number 19, Gavin Gamst. Here comes Skifstead. Speaking of big guys, down he goes on a check there. Puck picked up by Keep. He fires well wide of the mark, goes into the corner. Out to the point. Worley whiffed on that wrister, and Moose Lake's going to send this one down the ice, and it's going to be an icing call brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175, option 5 for a ride in the Borderland area. 44 seconds into the game. Both teams will get fresh lines out onto the ice. For the Broncos, you're going to have Dremel, Allen, Max Dremel, and also Shakowski. Your D will be McFarland and also Julius Maish. The face-off win by Max Dremel. splits the defense, heads all the way back into the Broncos zone where Maish has it. Fires it off the end wall, finds McFarland. He was one of our guests on Coach's Corner this morning as well. Soft-spoken kid there, but carries a big stick. He wants to do more of that, he told me. Shikowski comes in, centers it, comes right onto the goaltender. Gilbertson got a toe on that, kicked it away, and this is going to be another icing call on Moose Lake area. Sending it down the ice was Jordan Bird. 1:08 in, and another icing call brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175. Faceoff will come to the right of Gilbertson, the sophomore goalie for Moose Lake. Taking the faceoff for the Falls will be Allen. It will be Jackson Schmidt to do it for the Rebels. Poked into the corner. Rebels pick it up there. Hit the linesman as he was in the way, goes to the far corner. Skating over to pick it up is going to be Wyant for Moose Lake. Knocked down by Dremel. Dremel, center and pass. That deflects out to the point. Maish, wrist shot. That hit traffic, comes right onto the stick of Allen. Allen skates to the near half wall. Pushes it in behind the net. Picked up there by Schmidt. Schmidt throws it in the corner where Anderson has it. Ryden tries to clear it. Kept in by Shikowski. Allen has it. Sharp angle shot. Fires that. Hit the cage apparently. Went in behind the net. I lost sight of it. Now it's in the far corner. Rushing over to pick that up is going to be Allen. Allen knocks a player down there in Wyant. Goes to the below the goal line. Dremel skates to the near side. Into the corner. Out to the point. McFarland, wrist shot from there, on the ice, kicked away by the goaltender Gilbertson. Shikowski in behind the net. Puck's going to be picked up there by the Rebels. This is Schmidt. Hasn't quite got it out now with a little help there from Jordan Bird. It happens. Nearly picked away by Max Dremel as the Rebels are changing. They got to be careful not to get too many men on the ice there, and they avoid any situation there. Keep right in front of the benches. Gets it off to Crandall. Moose Lake fires it towards the blue line. Mocked down there by C.J. Hasbargen. Back up to Crandall. He barrels into the zone along the near side on his backhand. In behind the net. All the way to the far half wall. Keeps cycling around. Now he leaves it there. Hasbargen, a wrister right into the glove of Gilbertson. He hangs on to it. 2:37 into this first period. No score on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Need a new battery? Score one today at Napa Auto Parts of International Falls. Face off to the left of Gilbertson. Taking it for the Rebels will be Procker. For the Broncos, it will be Crandall. He gets it to Skifstead. He fires a quick wrister on there. Save, rebound, cleared away by the Rebels. Can Zahn keep it in at the point? He can, but it came out momentarily, I think. Broncos dump it back in. They tag up into the corner. Picking it up there will be Dressel. Dressel fires it around the far half wall. Gavin Gamst jumping in there. Big size difference between him and Cooper Crandall. Broncos come away with the puck. Keep into the near corner. Centering, looking for Crandall. Just couldn't get a piece of it. Hasbargen picks it up as he pinched in from the point. Waits. Ooh, tried to go to Crandall on the slot just out of his reach. Moose Lake looking to clear it out. Along the near half wall. And picking up is Skifstead. He went to fire a wrist shot. That was knocked down by Dressel. He skates it to the end wall. He's knocked off the puck by Keep. Keep comes back into the near corner to the dot. Looking. Fires cross ice. A little bit behind Hasbargen, but he kept it in. Flips it towards the net. Skifstead tried to push it along, but that was knocked down by Slama. Kept in at the point as the Broncos are going to change their defense and a forward. Into the near corner. Coming away with his Keep. He shoots sharp angle. That was blocked by the Rebel defense. Can't tell what number it is. That is number 6. That is Slama. Out to the point. Shot from there by Zahn right into the goaltender's midsection. He hangs on to it in Eli Gilbertson. And with 13:07 remaining here. We'll have our Coca-Cola trivia question, and we'll also have our Where Are They Now segment brought to you by Green Larson Mortuary. One of the referees is coming over and talking with the score area. I'm not exactly sure what the discussion is as we go back over. The door to Moose Lake bench is open. Hang on, they close the door. All right, we are underway. And there's a goal for the Broncos. As putting it in was Royce Allen as he came around. I was trying to listen to what was going on. I was trying to count players because 59 of the first period, and the Broncos get a snap shot there, brought to you by Snap Fitness on Shorewood Drive. It's a 24-hour facility with free weights, machines, canning, classes, and more. Customized, personalized training and nutrition programs are available. Give the gals a call at Snap Fitness, 218-283-0020. Off the faceoff, the Rebels throw it into the Broncos zone. Back to pick it up is Worley. Worley knocked off the puck. Dremel is going to pick it up in the far corner. He tries to go up along the far wall. Knocked down there by the Rebels, but then Dremel with a second effort gets it out and back into the Rebel territory. Racing back to pick it up is Everett Gamps. He fires it all the way around the boards. Shikowski throws it in front. Puck tipped away, going to be picked up by Michael Larson. Larson going to dump that in. They're going to say tipped by the Broncos, so no icing. Joslin from behind his own net. Shikowski at the blue line. Tries to go cross ice. That's intercepted by Ryden Anderson, but taken right away by Reiners. Dremel comes into the zone with it. He's knocked off the puck. Loose puck picked up there by Bird. He tries to go cross ice. Comes off the wall. Race for the puck. Nate Dremel had it. Poked a couple times. Almost took the referee's skull off there and gets it out to neutral. Dremel spins and gets it back, and it's going to be picked up by Dressel. He reverses course in his own zone. Now with it, this is Ryden Anderson. He skates in. Leaves it there. Knezevich, there's a shot. Maish knocks it down, covers up the rebound. First save of the hockey game there for Maish, if my memory serves me correctly. And here comes the call for the scoring.
Number 16, Royce Allen. Assist by number 13, Noah Chikowski. Number 5, Max Dremel.
So Shikowski and Max Dremel get the assist. So here we go off the face-off. The Broncos wrap it all the way around the boards. It goes all the way down. It'll be an icing call on the Broncos. Brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175, option 5 for a ride in the Borderland area. I forgot to put my whiteboard down there so I didn't have to turn up the noise so loud. How did I forget to do that? Well, anyway. Face-off coming to the left of Keaton Maish. Proctor to take it for the Rebels. It will be Crandall for the Falls. Crandall wins it back. Picked up there by Maish. He wraps it around the boards. Keep has it at the blue line. Skifstead was barreling down the far side. Couldn't get it to him. Loose puck's going to be picked up by Bird. Comes to the near wall. Gavin Anderson tried to go to Proctor, but he was knocked off the puck as the Falls throws it right back in. Comes to the near wall. Gavin Anderson will have another chance at it here. Kept in by the Broncos. Wrapped around to the far wall. They battle for it there. Trying to kick it along there. They battle. Crandall flips it into the near corner as he keeps it in the zone. Dressel tried to throw it out. Kept in momentarily by Crandall and knocked out to neutral by Miloskic. Back into the Rebel zone. Tried to clear. No. Walking in with it. Keeps. Shoots. Misses the near post. Skifstead centers it. That's off the goaltender's equipment. Goes into the far corner. Crandall to the point. Poked in by McFarland. And the Rebels say, hey, we're going to tear you down. Another icing call. Brought to you by Arrowhead Transit. 10:47 remaining in the first period. Broncos lead it 1-0 on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Coming to you from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College press box. Start your voyage at Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River, Minnesota North College, 218-285-7722. Referee having another conversation with the Moose Lake coaching staff. And one of the assistant coaches shaking his head no with the referee. And now the referee is blowing the whistle. And there's something going on. And I don't know if we still have gotten it cleared away from what happened in the last whistle. And not exactly sure what's going on. All of a sudden, the clock runner down there, I believe that's Seven Simon, he pulled out his phone, and he's doing something. So I have no idea what's going on. Face-off won by the Broncos. Hasbargen, wrist shot. That hits two different players. Deflects to the near wall, going to be skated out by Parsi. Parsi comes along, helped in the zone by Miloskic. Into the far corner. Centering pass. Right out in front of the goaltender. And cleared away by the Falls. Getting a piece of that was Allen. Got it onto the stick of Shikowski. Shikowski gets to the center line. Throws it in. Takes a couple of big body checks there from Miloskic and Slama. Rebels look to clear. Comes out towards the point. And it's going to roll out there. Hasbargen was kind of in that no man's land. Do I retreat in case he starts skating with it? And if he can get a handle on it, I could have kept it in. But anyway, the Broncos get it back in. Centering pass looking for Shikowski. That tips out to neutral. Zahn gets on his horse and heads back to collect it there. Looking for Allen along the near wall. Gets poked off of his stick. Rebels get it out. Poked along by Parsi. Parsi throws it all the way down the ice, and it will be an icing call. Brought to you by Arrowhead Transit. 9:51 remaining in the first period. International Falls 1, Moose Lake area 0. Happy to have you along on the Moose and Lakes Country as we bring you high school boys hockey. Bronco girls are down in Sauk Center taking on Prairie Center. And we're going to have Bronco boys basketball for you this afternoon as they take on the Carleton Bulldogs. We'll get started with that one at about 4:10. Face-off win for the Broncos. In behind, Nate Dremel tries the center. Comes out towards Parker Olson. Parker tips it to the end wall. Going to be handled there by Knezovic for the Rebels. His soft pass doesn't connect. Nate Dremel had an opportunity and now out to neutral. This is Leyendecker. Leyendecker left it out there, and now skating in is going to be Anderson. Right, puts one there. There's a kick save by the goaltender, Maish. That's his best save of this hockey game. I think it's just his second one, the third one it says up on the scoreboard. And we'll talk about that save being brought to you by Beyond Aesthetics in a moment. Back in behind his own net with it is Dressel. Dressel along the far wall. Can't connect with Wright and Anderson. Joslin picks it up just outside the blue line, fires it in as the Broncos touch up. Wyant along the far wall, looking for Knezovic. They can't connect. Loose puck out to the point. Worley. Cross ice D-to-D comes out of the zone. Just a Worley wanted to rush that puck, but just rushed it a little bit. He had more time than he thought. Joslin fires it all the way around as the team's in the midst of changes. Nate Dremel keeps it in along the far point. Kicked over, and now coming back the other way are the Rebels. Skating in with it is Knezovic. Tries to flick through the defense. Had it poked away just at the last moment by Joslin as he was getting ready to pull the trigger on a sharp angle shot. Huge collision on the far wall between Crandall and Everett Gamps, and they both get up, thankfully. We could have been either one of them that didn't get up from that big hit. Crandall out of the near corner after he got up and got back into the play. Shot from the top of the circle by Jordan Bird. Maish says, I'm not going to let that one go, and I'm going to get a change here in personnel. That save, as I mentioned to you, brought to you by Beyond Aesthetics at 3426 County Road 21 is your place to go to give yourself a pampering hour or day. Call Beyond Aesthetics at 218-540-0149 or go to BeyondAestheticsDaySpa.com to make an appointment or find out what they can do for you. They are open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Face-off win for Crandall. Wrapped around the boards looking for Keep. He just couldn't get a piece of that, and that's going to be an icing call. No, they finally blew the whistle. I thought maybe they weren't going to blow the whistle, and it will be an icing call here on the Broncos, brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175. Faceoff will come to the right of Maish. 8:09 remaining in the first period, so we're just past the halfway mark. Falls leads it by a score of 1-0 on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Crandall and Procker. Procker got a piece of it, threw it into the near corner. Maish along the wall. Skiffs it, try to chip it up over the top of the defenseman, and with a little help from Crandall, they get it out to center. Thrown off the wall by Everett Gamps, and the Rebels knock it down into the Bronco zone. McFarland gets to the end wall, avoids a check there, brings it into the corner. Looking for Crandall, just couldn't connect. Poking it along there was Procker. Maish knocked that into the corner. Yeah, Keaton Maish brought that in the corner. Julius Maish throws it out, and that'll be another icing call. Well, I've watched hockey games, entire hockey games this year with less icing calls than we've had in the first, less than 10 minutes of this period. That's got to be at least 8, I'm guessing. And they kind of are equally distributed along the way. Again, it's brought to you by Arrowhead Transit. Face off to the right of Keaton Maish. Max Dremel wins it back. Puck picked up by C.J. Hasbargen. He rings it around the boards. Ooh, that hit the door on the far side. That must not be quite close. That came right onto the goaltender Maish, right on the goal line. I mean, I don't know if you could make the puck right along the goal line like that, even if you tried. It was perfectly on the line, and then nobody goes over and checks that door. I would see to make sure that it's closed properly. Another face-off win for the Broncos. Shikowski knocks it out. Allen races down. He's got Dremel coming with him. Shoots. Ooh, the goaltender got a piece of that, Gilbertson, and it went wide into the corner. Zahn, cross-ice pass. Hasbargen takes a shot. That hits traffic, goes to the end wall. Centering pass. Puck laying out front, and the Rebels were able to clear it away as the Broncos not able to get a piece of it. Comes to the blue line. Kicked out to center by Miloskic. Zahn skates it back in. Tried to go to Shikowski, who's going down the far side, but that puck was knocked down by the Rebels. Thrown to the end wall. Slama rings it around to the near side. Going to be picked up there by Miloskic. Miloskic gets it out to center. Gets a bump there from Allen. Zahn steps in as well. Takes the puck away. Gets just inside of the center line. Throws it in behind the goaltender, Gilbertson. Broncos changing personnel out from behind his own net. This is Slama. Slama gets cut off on the far wall. Fires it around. Zahn pinches in from the point. Shovels it in behind the net. Skifstead kicks it into the corner. Skifstead. 3 blue jerseys there to dislodge the puck from him. They throw it to the far wall. Hasbargen pitches in, keeps it in on the far wall. Skates into the circle, goes out to Zahn. Zahn lets it fire. Goal! He picked a spot in the upper right-hand corner as he looks at it, and he beats the goaltender Gilbertson to his gun. Here, as at least one person, two people picked Allen to score that first goal. So Sabrina Marie, who I think is mom or stepmom possibly, and Morgan DeMars, you guys are winners. I get that straight. Not mom, stepmom on that one, I think. So the Broncos lead it 2-0, and we'll get the full assist here. I know Hasbargen got one as the Rebels come into the zone. Coming in with it here. This is Knezovic. He throws one towards the net. It was deflected by the Broncos. Around to the near wall, pinching in from the point. This is Bird. Bird throws it in the corner. Joslin, his counter number at number 15, has it there. Being kicked around. Now, Ryden Anderson. Shot. Goes for the top corner. That goes over the top of the crossbar and just kept in at the point. Good job there by Dressel to keep it in. Rebels throw it towards the net. That's intercepted by Crandall. Crandall tried to poke it out, and on a second effort, he does. 2-on-1. Skifstad along with Keep. Keep pushed wide. Had it poked away by Bird. Goes into the corner. Keep tried to leave it behind him, and it's picked up by Bird. Bird backhands one towards the blue line. Joslin steps up, takes it away, flicks it. Here's a shot by Crandall. Hits the goaltender Gilbertson right above the 3 and the 0 on his jersey. Joslin, another shot. That's knocked down by Dressel. Dressel tries to clear. Kept in by Joslin at the blue line. 5:15 remaining in the first period. Broncos up 2-0. Allen from behind the net into the near corner. Has it taken away. Kept in by Joslin. He risks one. That's deflected. Keep had a second opportunity, and Gilbertson knocked it away with the stick before Keep could get a shot at it. In the corner. Along the near half wall. Rebels turn. They'll fire it all the way down the ice. They'll take an icing call brought to you by Arrowhead Transit. And we'll see if we pick up the call here on the assist. Again. CJ Hasbargen and Braden Skifstad pick up the assist. So 2-0 on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Face off to the right of Gilbertson. Tied up, now going into the corner. Allen has it there, reverses course, comes back, now leaves it in behind the net. Picking it up there, Shikowski. Centering past Max Dremel, point blank shot saved by Gilbertson. And picking it up is big Gavin Gamst. He gets it out to neutral. Julius Maish off the far wall. Max Dremel trying to push it along, comes loose. Going to be picked up by the Rebels, Gavin Anderson. He goes rink wide to Slama. Slama tried to go back rink wide the other way, knocked away by Dremel. Loose puck going to be picked up by Everett Gamst. Gets it to Gavin Gamst. Knocked into the Broncos zone, McFarland. Looking for Dremel. That goes right by him, and that is going to be another icing call brought to you by Arrowhead Transit. 1-800-862-0175. 4:14 remaining in this first period. Stay tuned again for the Dent Shop intermission report, where we'll talk about the scoring and the penalties and all things necessary. Again, that's brought to you by the Dent Shop. You can call them at 218-285-9593. Face off to the left of Keaton Maish. Rebels win it. They throw it right out in front. McFarland clears it away. Skates to the end wall with it. Julius Maish tried to push it up along the wall. Two players from each team. Digging sticks out there. Bird kept it in at the point. Now a race for the puck. Is Big Skifstad going to get there? No. First one there was Wyant. He knocked that away. Skifstad picks up the loose puck. Gets it to Crandall. Crandall spins, goes to the point. Maish. Julius. Slap shot. That hits traffic. Comes back towards the blue line, picked up by Crandall, who leaves it for McFarland. He skates in. Wrist shot. That hits traffic. Both times it's been Wyant. Back to McFarland. He walks in. There's a shot and a rebound goal. And I believe that is going to be Asher Keep. That is going to get the goal on the rebound. The initial save by Gilbertson. Multiple opportunities, and he finally gets one in there on that one, and good job by the sophomore. So again, we'll pick up the official assist. McFarland definitely gets one off the faceoff, comes to the near wall, collected there by the Rebels. Dressel gets it out to neutral. Along the near wall, this is Leyendecker. He loses the puck. Just offside is Allen. He just gets back onside. No, they're going to say that he didn't. Yeah, he was kind of right there. It was close. The linesman says he didn't get back there, so we'll have a face-off on the far wall just outside the Rebel zone with 3:20 remaining in period number one. So we'll wait for that official scoring. We'll have that drive to the net by McFarland, brought to you by Nagurski Transportation, moving your product safe and fast. Nagurski Transportation is always looking for new professional drivers to join their team. Call Kevin at 218-689-2064. Off the faceoff, puck back into the net, into the Bronco zone, excuse me. So Maish will pick up the other assist. Are we going to see a penalty shot? My buddy Dwayne wants one. It was close, but going to the penalty box, first penalty of the game is going to be on number 21. That is Ethan Dressel for the Rebels, as he will take the, I think I saw interference called, 13:57, the time of the penalty. This power play brought to you by Canner Electric for all your electrical needs, both commercial and residential. Call Canner Electric at 218-283-8319 or stop in at 500 4th Street. Broncos lost the faceoff. It was cleared out by the Rebels, and now they brought it back in along the end wall. Skifstad has it. He skates into the far corner to the point to Joslin. Joslin comes to Crandall. Crandall quarterbacks the power play from the near circle. Goes to Max Dremel. Randall gets it back. He's going to wrist shot, deflected in front, and that went off the stick of Jordan Bird up into the netting. And we'll get a face-off, I believe, to the right of Gilbertson with 2:36 remaining in the first period. 1:34 in the power play for the Broncos, brought to you by Canner Electric. Shots on goal in the favor of the Broncos, 13-4. Skifstad is going to take the face-off for the Falls, and taking it will be Maloskic for the Rebels. Rebels win it, trying to clear it out, and they eventually do get it out to neutral. Joslin has it there, goes towards the far wall, gets to the blue line, dumps and chases. Is going to come into the near corner as it gets past the goaltender Gilbertson. He tried to get there, just couldn't slow it down enough. Dremel out to Crandall. Crandall goes far side. Joslin, wrist shot, never got anywhere. Loose puck picked up by Keep. Keep comes to Dremel on the near side. He skates to the top of the circle. That wrister hits traffic. Picked up by Crandall. He skates to the far dot, shoots, misses the mark. Comes off the end wall. Dremel collects it at the point. Goes far side for Joslin. Joslin, wrist shot, comes into the corner. Dremel picks it up at the dot. Leaves it towards the net. That's cleared away by the Rebels. Kept in by Crandall at the point. Goes to Dremel along the half wall. Back to Crandall. Slap shot coming. That hits a lot of traffic in front. Cleared away by the Rebels, but right onto the stick of Dremel. He turns, fires for the far post, just missed. Joslin keeps it in at the point. Minute 40 remaining in the period. 35 in the Canner Electric power play. Slap shot. Joslin saved by the goaltender Gilbertson. Joslin scored on one of those last Friday night here. Joslin comes to Crandall. Crandall, middle of the ice. Comes in, wrist shot, sent it too high. Comes off the wall. Skifstad played that with a high stick, they say, so he's got to let it be played out here. And of course, the Rebels don't really want to touch it. And now they do is they try to collect it and send it down the ice, and they will with 1:10 remaining in the period. 7 in the power play. So it looks like the Broncos are going to go 0 for 1 on their first Canner Electric power play opportunity. Crandall fires it towards center ice. Joslin off of a boot, gets it in. He gets knocked down. That's not an easy task to knock number 15 off of his skates. He perseveres, gets it into the corner. Skates all along the far wall. Tried to go to Maish. That was intercepted by the Rebels. That is Knezevich. Knezevich down the far side now with a shot that misses the mark off the stick of Jordan Bird as he stepped up into the play. Broncos get it out. 35 remaining in the period. Allen throws it off the wall. Heading to the benches. Keep. He had an opportunity to touch that, but I think he was like, I'm spent. After that power play, I'm all done. The Rebels with 25 come out along the near wall. Up along the wall, we get a whistle. And what did, as I look out on the ice, how many skaters do you count, Dwayne? I count 6. For the Rebels, it's going to be too many men on the ice. So we'll get another penalty here for too many men. This penalty is going to be called at 16:38. Coming to serve the penalty is going to be Procker. So Broncos right back onto the Canner Electric power play for all your electrical needs, both commercial and residential. Stop at Canner Electric. Faceoff's going to come to the left of Gilbertson. And again, you deal with the injuries like the Rebels have been doing. Sometimes you get your lines messed up. Things just don't work out the way you want. Leyendecker loses the faceoff to Worley. Maish. McFarland. Tried to go into the corner. That was knocked away nicely by Dressel. Dressel battles Allen along the far half wall. Puck still laying there. Neat Dremel. Out to the point. Under 10. McFarland. His wrist shot deflected away by Dressel. Broncos have it back. Worley to McFarland. 2 seconds. Makes a move. He's got to fire it. Too late, and the save was made anyway after the horn. Your score after 17 minutes. International Falls 3, Moose Lake area 0. We'll take a 2.5-minute timeout. We're going to come back with our Dent Shop intermission report. You're listening to the Rebels and the Broncos on the Moose, WMOZ, and on Lakes Country 104.1. Winter got an early start this year, and the Sports Shop has a great selection of...
Falls International Airport has you covered for your vacations. Whether you're looking to head to a big city or a sandy beach, Falls International Airport can help you make your connection to anywhere. With a modern terminal, free parking, free Wi-Fi, shorter lines, easy baggage claim, and more, you'll be happy you booked your flight out of Falls International Airport. To schedule your vacation getaway or for more information, log on at internationalfallsairport.com.
Here, we like to think time moves a little more slowly. We soak in clean, fresh, northern Minnesota air. We make time to pause, reflect, and find joy in the great outdoors. We share love and Minnesota kindness and spend time making giant memories with the ones we love. Memories sure to last a lifetime. Escape up north this season. Find your true north at Giants Ridge.
A message from CAPE, Couchiching Area Prevention and Education. Be present. Most Falls High students do not feel pressured to drink alcohol by their friends. We learn from the past, live in the present, and strive for the future. CAPE is working together to empower the communities within Couchiching County through prevention, education, collaboration, and shared leadership to reduce alcohol and tobacco use among youth and young adults. Together, we are strong. This ad has been funded by Drug Free Communities grant funding.
The Propane Gas Association recommends that all gas systems should be routinely inspected every 5 years. Lakes Gas in the Falls can check your gas systems on a regular basis. A gas system safety inspection only takes 1 or 2 hours and includes a leak test as well as a visual inspection of all your gas appliances. Lakes Gas has a fall special on gas safety system inspections right now, so call Lakes Gas for an appointment today. Lakes Gas, your local propane company since 1959.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The place to take your vehicle when you have a fender bender. They also have Rhino Pro protective linings, car starters, and lithium batteries. The Dent Shop, 218-285-9593. While the Broncos have a 3-0 lead after 17 minutes here at Bronco Arena, and it was just basically a story of the Broncos kind of taking advantage early on. They had a lot of puck possession early on in the game. They were able to get that first goal at 3:59 and took a few more minutes, almost 7 minutes before they added to it again. So an opportunity for Moose Lake to kind of hang in there for a while, but the Broncos capitalized twice in the last 7+ minutes of that first period as they lead it by a score of 3-0 on your PCA and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. It's time for our trivia question brought to you by the Coca-Cola Bottling Company of International Falls. Can you believe it's 75 years of Bronco hockey? Well, can you believe that Coca-Cola Bottling Company of International Falls has been doing it even longer? Yeah, since 1934, Coca-Cola Bottling Company has been distributing Coke products to the businesses throughout the borderland. Pick up a 12-pack of Coke today. Well, folks, 218-324-3053 is the place to text your answer. Please don't call. Please don't message me. Only text messages will be accepted. You may have to do, I don't know. We'll see how this one goes. I told you that they started off easy earlier in the year and they were going to get harder. And so let's see what we've got for the 8th question of the year. The question is this. Again, text your answer to 218-324-3053. The first person to get it right is going to get a 6-pack of Coke from the Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Who replaced Larry Ross as head coach in the fall of 1985? Who became the 3rd ever coach? I could rephrase the question that way if you'd like. Who became head coach after Larry Ross retired after the 1985 season? Send your text at 218-324-3053. It's time for our Where Are They Now segment brought to you by Green Larson Mortuary. Welcome to a place to celebrate life and honor every memory. Go to their website at greenlarson.com. Let's take a listen to our Where Are They Now segment.
Welcome to another edition of Where Are They Now? Tonight's game features Jim Jurgensen. Jim was a 1972 graduate of Falls High School, was an integral part of the International Falls Bronco State Tournament team of 1972. Jim went on to play hockey at the Air Force Academy and is now living out in Salt Lake City. So Jim Jurgensen, where are you now?
I am based in Salt Lake City, Utah. Beautiful spot. I've been out here now for 27 years. And live right between two ski canyons, so it's 25 minutes from my garage, 4 different ski resorts, which has been fantastic. Work-wise, I'm the chief executive officer and the principal shareholder for a company called Descente. We're an international group. We're headquartered in Minneapolis, St. Paul, but most of us live all over the world. We're essentially virtual. We've also got an office in London, which gives us access to the United Kingdom, Europe, and the Gulf states, and an office in Toronto, which obviously gives us access to Canada. We support development and optimization of high-performance pharmacy services in hospitals and industry, really anywhere where medications are used. I've been doing this for 10 years now, and previous to that, I was the Chief Pharmacy Officer Associate Dean for the University of Utah Health System and also for the Indiana University Health System. I'm excited because we just actually purchased a place on the lake back in the falls, so we are planning on spending our summers now back in the falls.
That's Jim Jurgensen, a member of the 1972 state champions International Falls Bronco hockey team.
And welcome back here, and I got some answers, and the winner is Brian Yusso via Cindy Yusso. She did the texting. Brian Yusso did the answering. So Brian, pick up your 6-pack, or Cindy, pick up the 6-pack of Coke product at the radio station. And thanks to the others who participated, I got a couple of other right answers. The answer was Terry Burns, as he took over in 1985 and coached till the end of the 1991-1992 season when Dean Blaze took over. And after a couple seasons when Dean headed for North Dakota, of course, Kevin Gordon took over. So there you got our Coca-Cola Bottling Company trivia question. Thanks to Coca-Cola. Thanks to Where Are They Now? Brought to you by Green Larson Mortuary. Welcome to a place to celebrate life and honor every memory. Go to their website at greenlarson.com. We're going to take another break here on the Intermission Report, brought to you by the Dent Shop. When we come back, we'll run down the scoring and the penalties and the saves in the first period. The Broncos lead it by a score of 3-0. You are listening to Bronco and Rebel Hockey on Lakes Country 104.1 in International Falls and on the Moose, WMOZ in Moose Lake.
Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom, Consumer Loan Officer at Border Bank. Finding the right vehicle can be challenging these days, but finding a competitive loan rate is a breeze at Border Bank. If you are in the market to purchase a new or used vehicle, take the stress out of the car buying process. Stop in and visit with me to explore what amount and interest rate you would be qualified for. We're Border Bank, your consumer loan headquarters for new wheels. Member FDIC.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Good luck to the Bronco hockey teams this season from Rainy Lake Oil. For all your fuel, propane, lube, and chemical needs, call Rainy Lake Oil at 1-888-LAKE-OIL. Larry and his staff will take care of it all.
Go Broncos!
Lukacek Architecture is a proud sponsor of Bronco hockey. Growing up as part of the iconic Dirty Dozen band, Bronco hockey brings back great memories. For quality commercial and residential architecture right here in northern Minnesota, contact Lukacek Architecture.
City Drug, your community Health Mart pharmacy, invites you to eat well and live better with Frontier Soups. Gluten-free, non-GMO, no added salt or preservatives. The homemade minute mixes offer a variety of easy-to-prepare soups. South of the Border Tortilla and Chicago Bistro French Onion are best-selling favorites. Try Minnesota Heartland 11 Bean Soup or the always popular Rocky Mountain Trail Loaded Potato Soup. Frontier Soups, clearly made from ingredients you know. City Drug Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Back at Bronco Arena in our second intermission report brought to you by the Den Shop. Let's run down the scoring for you. International Falls gets 3 goals in that first period. At the 3:59 mark, it was Royce Allen. The assists go to Noah Shakowski and to Max Dremel, and the Broncos led it 1-0. At the 10:44 mark, nearly 7 minutes later, getting a point shot from the point, he picked his spot in the upper right-hand corner. Caden Zahn. The assists go to number 19, CJ Hasbargen, and number 6, Braden Skifstead. The Broncos led 2-0 just under 3 minutes later. Getting the goal on a rebound was Asher Keep, assist to Aiden McFarland. That was his shot that was there, and McFarland got the pass from Julius Maish. So the Broncos lead it 3-0. 2 penalties on the Rebels in that first period. They took an interference at 13:57, and then they took a too many men penalty with 22 seconds remaining in the first period. So the Broncos are going to start their period on the Canner Electric power play. Shots on goal in that first period, 14-4 in favor of the Falls. So Gilbertson had a 11 saves in that first period, and for Maish, if I can even write my numbers down correctly, he had 4 saves on those 4 shots by the Rebels. The Zamboni has completed its rounds. The cheerleaders are on the ice. We've got nets that need to be put into place. Now all we need is a couple of referees, a linesman, and maybe 2 teams. I don't know. I think that would help. Dwayne, who went outside for a minute, told me that when he came back up, the ambulance was here banging on the door. He believes that they went over to the Moose Lake area bench. So that's why we believe there was the communication between the referees and the scorers area. They were trying to get the ambulance here, and I cannot tell you what's going on. I wish I could. I don't see anything going on necessarily. I do see what looks, I don't know of anybody who's, I'm going to try to look as they come out on the ice, folks, to see if there's anybody who was not scratched that isn't out onto the ice. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 total skaters, and I got 16, so I don't know what's going on, folks. I don't know that that's exactly what is going on. I'm speculating. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything, but anyway, there was something going on. We'll probably, if you're listening from the Moose Lake area, you probably already know. Somebody probably already texted you, and you already know what's going on. I do not know what's going on. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout here. I apologize for not mentioning that the last time. We're going to take a 60-second timeout. We'll come back with the second period. International Falls leads it by a score of 3-0. You're listening on the Moose, WMOZ, and on Lace Country 104.1 in International Falls.
The National Propane Gas Association recommends that all gas systems should be routinely inspected every 5 years. Lakes Gas in the Falls can check your gas systems on a regular basis. A gas system safety inspection only takes 1 or 2 hours and includes a leak test as well as a visual inspection of all your gas appliances. Lakes Gas has a fall special on gas safety system inspections right now, so call Lakes Gas for an appointment today. Lakes Gas, your local propane company since 1959.
The Outdoorsman's headquarters wants to help you get those fish through the ice and into your bucket. Take $50 off all StrikeMaster 40-volt augers. The Eskimo Quick Fish 3-Eye Limited Edition Plaid Pop-Up marked down to $299.99. Get $50 off the Garmin Striker Plus 4 Ice Bundle. Don't forget to purchase your bait card, and if you want a great deal on a pistol, the Beretta APX A1 is just $249.99. All these savings and more at the Outdoorsman's headquarters. Before you shop elsewhere, check with us for the best products, the best prices, and the best customer service. Welcome back here to Bronco Arena as the 2 teams have switched ends. The cheerleaders, just need to clear the ice. Only 5 of them, usually 6. I can't tell you which one is gone. I don't know. Of course, those kinds of things happen on the weekends. As the Broncos on the power play here, the Canner Electric power play, 1:38 remaining. Dremel to take a face-off against. That looks like number 5. That is Miloskic. And Miloskic wins it back, poked towards the blue line, picked up by Joslin. Joslin gets to the red line, fires it in. So the Broncos have 90 seconds of power play hockey here. Far wall, this is Dremel. To Crandall, back to Dremel. Max takes a big hit there. Nice job there by big number 6, Dalton Slama. Here come the Falls right back in. As Joslin tried to throw it in, he hits the linesman. Second opportunity, gets it in behind the Rebel net. Slama takes a huge hit from Max Dremel. Holy cow. That's a big size difference there, and he got the better of that, did the little guy there in Max Dremel. Crandall skates from the blue line. Tried to come to the near side. That's broken up by Miloskic. Crandall gets it back to Dremel along the far half wall. Skates towards the point. Comes to Crandall. Crandall flips it over to Joslin. Joslin tries to settle down the bouncing puck. Fires it along the wall. Skifstead has it there. Almost a minute into the period. 45 remaining in the power play. Broncos haven't even really gotten a shot going here. Joslin, that pass was in his skates, kicked it into the corner. Picked up by Skifstead. Skifstead avoids a poke check. And the Rebels are able to clear it down the ice. And that big hit going to be brought to you by Northern Lumber. Free estimates, delivery to your worksite, and paint matching. Northern Lumber, everything to build anything. Located on Highway 53 at 307th Street in International Falls. I don't know what Dwayne saw. He's still chuckling over here. Oh, the puck's hitting the water. Yeah, that is not helping. Things not quite frozen up here. So here comes Joslin out of his own zone as the puck was back in the Broncos zone. Rebels, another takeaway. Woo. And Joslin and Gavin Gamps, they might remember each other maybe from the football season. I'm not sure. But back to full strength is Moose Lake. Here comes Nate Dremel into the zone. Avoids a poke check. Coming up with the loose puck, though, is Keep after Dremel lost it after avoiding that. Gavin Gamst up along the wall. Worley out to the point. Joslin fires one. Glove save by Gilbertson. Stops the clock. 15:03 remaining in the second period. 3-0. The Falls leading the Rebels on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Faceoff will come to the left of Gilbertson. The Falls will bring out Reiners, Olsen, and Olsen. For the Rebels up front, they're going to have Wright and Anderson, and they also are going to have Knezevich, and that is Landecker who came in. Face-off win, shot by McFarland. Saved, rebound, knocked wide by Parker Olsen, comes into the corner. Rebels look to lift one up, but knocked down by Jake Olsen, but the Rebels get it out to neutral. Mace trying to fire it back in, but he's being unsuccessful. Reiners comes in, helps him out, throws it in. Into the far corner it goes. Landecker gets there. He's tied up by Parker Olsen. Flipped along the wall. Rebels look to get it out. McFarland will keep it in. Try to dump it into the corner. Knocked away. Going to be picked up by Everett Gamps. He gets it out to center. Maish takes a big hit from behind as he fires it in right onto the goaltender Gilbertson, who covers it up, takes the whistle. Almost like Gilbertson looked to the bench for one of the coaches to say, should I cover it or should I play it? I think he got the cover it look, and the coaches wanted to change them out. So we'll get another change here. 14:25 remaining in period number 2. Score hasn't changed. It's still 3-0 in favor of International Falls. Face-off win. Maish, wrist shot. Glove saved by the goaltender as he was split out wide there. I think that shot maybe was going to go wide of the near post, but Gilbertson not taking any chances, scooping that one up. We'll do the face-off to his left again. Broncos going left to right in this second period. Maish has it along the near point. Into the corner to Allen. Skips over his stick. Races in behind the net to get it. Skates back into the corner. Him and Shikowski trying to get on the same page as they're really, really close together there. Allen still trying to come out of the corner with it. Now Shikowski comes in to support. He's knocked off the puck by Slama. Into the corner it goes with Shikowski to the point. McFarland, wrist shot. Blocker save. Rebound. Saved by the goaltender Gilbertson. From close in range to Shikowski. We get a whistle. And that was the goaltender out of the net. Out of the crease area to handle that. So both teams will change their personnel out. 13:54 remaining in the second period. We have a doubleheader on the air today. I'll be doing Bronco Boys basketball starting right around 4:10 as the Bronco Boys take on the Carleton Bulldogs, coached by former Bronco Sean Filipiak. Face-off win. McFarland slap shot wide of the mark. I think it was tipped before it ever had a chance to get to the net. Maish throws it in behind the net. Picked up there by Crandall. Crandall along the far wall. The point to McFarland. Little wrist shot. Deflected out front. That hit traffic in Everett Gamst. In behind the net now. Everett Gamst picks it up from behind. Knocked away by Keep. Loose puck picked up by Dressel. He was looking for Gavin Gamst, but that's going to be out of his reach. I don't think he touched it, and even if he did, that would be an icing call. Brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175. Option 5 for a ride in the Borderland area. We'll get a face-off to the left of Gilbertson. Shots on goal this period, 7-0 in favor of the Falls. As Keaton Maish, I haven't mentioned his name, had to check to make sure it was him in goal. I figured it would be. Face-off win by Crandall. Hasbargen waits. His wrist shot, that's deflected away by Wright and Anderson as the Rebels look to get it out, and they will. Knocked right back in by Skifston. Bouncing puck picked up by Crandall. He makes a move, walks in, shoots, scores. Broncos up 4-0 on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard as Crandall picks up his first of the So Crandall saw a chance, pulled the trigger, kind of toe dragged that puck back, went around the defense, and made no mistake on the shot, beating Gilbertson, as the Broncos are now up 4-0. Face-off between Max Dremel and Ryden Anderson. Run back by the Broncos. Hasbargen will chase back to pick it up behind his own goal line. Knocks it in behind the net. D-to-D pass to Zahn. Zahn avoids a check there. Throws it in the corner. Will be picked up. Centering pass by the Rebels. Taken away by Dremel. Now a possible 2-on-1 as Allen comes in with Shikowski. Allen forced wide. He's going to walk in. Sharp angle shot. Hit the side of the cage. And it goes to the end wall. Into the corner. Big hit there, and that's got to be a penalty. Dremel throwing into the boards. Right up front. Royce Allen. Big save by Gilbertson. Bouncing puck comes out to the point. Extra attacker on for the Broncos. CJ Hasbargen shot deflected by Shikowski into the far corner. Nate Dremel has just came on, and finally touching the puck is going to be Jordan Bird. And we are going to get, I believe, a boarding call here on the Rebels. This penalty at 4:25 of the period. And this is going to be on number 13. This is Peter Knezevich. So the Broncos, we'll see if it's just going to be a 2 here for the, now they called interference. I would think it was more of the boarding variety. So another power play brought to you by Canner Electric. For all your electrical needs, both commercial and residential, stop at Canner Electric at 500 4th Street in downtown International Falls, or call them at 218-283-8319. Joslin from the face-off win from the pass from Crandall. He fires it into the far corner. Max Dremel goes to Keep. Keep shoots. That hits traffic, comes into the near corner. Keep races in there, try to get the puck. Tied up by Everett Gamps. Skifstead helps, gets it out to the point to Joslin. Cross ice pass for Crandall. Crandall, top of the left circle. Walks in. His shot deflected away by Wyant and cleared out to center. Joslin races back to pick it up. 1.5 minutes remaining on the Canner Electric power play. Coming to Crandall on the near side. To Skifstead, cutting through the zone. Dumps it in. He'll chase it down in behind the net. Will Skifstead into the far corner. Tried to go back to Dremel, and that got right into the skates. Couldn't pick that up. Maish comes out of his net, and I think I hear the coaches yelling, get back in the net. Crandall's got this. Here come the Broncos right back in. Worley gets a big check there. He's dislodged from the puck. Along the near half wall. Joslin has it. Goes to Crandall. Crandall walks in. Shoots from the top of the circle. Missed the mark. Comes off the end wall to Joslin at the near point. Weighs his options. Go to Worley. Worley skates down towards the corner. Everett Gamps knocks him off the puck. Skifstead picks up the puck behind the net. Goes into the corner. Flicks it out to Crandall at the point. Crandall waits, shoots. Glove save by Gilbertson as he saw that all the way. It looked like there was enough traffic in front to me, but he saw that cleanly. Hangs on to it. 11-12 remaining in the second period. 37 in the power play for the Broncos, brought to you by Canner Electric. The Falls leads at 4-0 on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Worley to take the faceoff against Proctor. Faceoff win for Worley, out to the point. Julius Maish has it there. Flicks it into the corner. This is Royce Allen. One way, now the other. Avoids a poke check by Proctor. Comes in behind the net. Now goes back to the far half wall. To the point to Maish. Maish, one-timer by McFarland, he missed. I like the idea, just didn't get her done. Nate Dremel into the far corner looking for Allen. Jumps over his stick, comes to Worley. Worley avoids a couple of bumps there by the Rebels. 10 remaining. McFarland, shot, save, rebound. Nate Dremel knocked down for his efforts. Puck is going to be covered up in a mass of humanity. I don't think it's the goaltender Gilbertson that has it. It's underneath somebody. I can't make a guess on whom. After they all get up, I'm thinking that it was Slama that maybe as he was knocked down, the puck fell underneath him. But either way, they're going to put the net back onto the pegs. The clock shows 10:38 remaining in the second period. It also shows me 3 seconds remaining in the Canner Electric power play for the Broncos. We'll get a face-off to the left of Gilbertson. So the Broncos, a couple of good opportunities in this power play. Not like they wasted that 2 minutes with the extra man. Julius Maish off the face-off. Another glove save right up by the eyeballs of the goaltender Gilbertson out of the penalty box. For the Rebels is Knezevich. We'll get another face-off to the left of Gilbertson as we play 5-on-5 hockey now as they wait for Knezevich to get into position. Dremel right off the face-off. Shot. Would have went wide of the mark, but another glove save by the goaltender Gilbertson as he wasn't taking any opportunities that one might fall to the ice, and Dremel tried to do something fancy with it. Face-off win. Back to Julius Maish. He turns. Wrist shot. And another save by the goaltender Gilbertson. Again, all kinds of traffic in front. Not sure how he saw it, but he did. Jake Olson out there with Max Dremel and Noah Shakowski. For the Broncos, another face-off win for Dremel. He's been dynamite at the dot in this game. Shot by Maish. Tip went wide off the stick of Shakowski. Rebels look to get it out, and they will with Leyendecker. Along the far side. Throwing it into the zone. That is Knezevich. Loose puck picked up by Shakowski. Tipped in the air. Knocked through neutral. They say the played with the high stick. All that voided. And I wasn't 100% sure. McFarland tries to go through neutral. Knocked away by Bird. And that hit a player in the Moose Lake area bench as it came back onto the ice. We're under 10 minutes remaining in period number 2. International Falls 4. Moose Lake area 0. On your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Need a new battery? Score one today at Napa Auto Parts of International Falls. Face-off just outside the Broncos zone on the far side. Winning that face-off is going to be Miloskic. Thrown in by the Rebels into the near corner. Zahn being bothered there by a couple of Rebel players. Loose puck, nobody able to possess. Comes right out in front of the goaltender, Maish. Cleared away by Carlson, his first action, and then Brody Carlson says, well, this is my first time on the ice, and I'm not going to take any guff, and so are him and Miloskic going to go to the penalty box? No, I think they're just going to say, all right, they got the sticks up a little bit. We'll let them play. I don't think they're going to let it go very long, though, folks. Otherwise, I think things might get a little out of hand. Face-off to the right of Keaton Maish. Controlled by the Rebels. Trying to push it back in front was Miloskic. Now from the far corner, he backhands one out in front, comes all the way to the near wall. Clearing attempt. Successful for the Falls. And then the linesman says he tried to put it back in while trying to get out of the zone was Miloskic. So we get a whistle. 9.5 left in the second period. Both teams going to change out bodies. Just the forward lines. The defensemen are going to hang out here on the ice. Happy to have you on the Moose. WMOZ in Moose Lake and on Lakes Country 104.1 in International Falls. Face off. Drawn back by Dremel, although I'm not too sure that Procker didn't purposely knock that one in and help them. I think they were both working in the same direction. Puck comes back out to neutral. Carlson up along the wall, looking for Allen. He backhands it off the wall into the zone. Picked up there by Everett Gamps. Gamps comes to the near wall looking for Gavin. He misses it. Zahn shot. He went for the far corner. It's kind of how he went with his goal that he scored in the first period. Puck's in the corner. Allen poked it along. Rebels looking to clear it out, and they do as Zahn just outside of the zone. Turns, fires it right back in as the Broncos tag up. Everett Gamps will chase it down in the far corner. Under 9 remaining, he's going to take an icing call. He's going to fire this all the way down. I think he'd have been happy if that had went on to the goaltender Maish, but about 2 feet wide of the near post. This icing call brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175, option 5 for a ride in the Borderland area. 4-0, the Falls leading it. Don't forget, we'll have Pee Wee A hockey on the air for you tomorrow at noon, either from Cary Park Arena or here, depending upon whether they're in the championship game or the third place game of their home tournament. Falls after the face-off win. This is going to be Jake Olson. He fires it in behind the net. Reiners will chase it down along the far wall. Big hit there from Leyendecker, knocks the puck loose. Bouncing around. Ryden Anderson, poked it along, comes into the near corner where Jake Olson collects it. Out to the point to Worley. Worley, slap shot, hits traffic. Towards the net, backhander by Nate Dremel. Goaltender got a piece of that one. Reiners tried to throw it back in front, and it's cleared away by the Rebels. They'll say no icing as Cody Joslin, with just over 8 minutes remaining, plays it off the end wall, tipped out in front nicely there by Knezevich, but nobody else was there for the Rebels as they were trying to get back into the play. Clearing a tip, kept in by Wyatt. He throws one towards the net. Knezevich, we got a penalty coming up here on the Falls. So the first power play of the game coming up. We're going to get an elbowing penalty. I remember the last time I saw an elbow penalty. It'll be on Nate Dremel. This penalty at 9:07 of the period. So this penalty kill brought to you by St. Thomas School. Small class sizes and personalized learning are their specialties. Call 218-283-3430 or check them out on Facebook to get more information about enrolling your child at St. Thomas School. Face off to the left of Keaton Maish. Crandall to take it against Miloskic. Winning it back was Crandall in the corner with it. This is Julius Maish. Gets it out to Crandall. Crandall looking for Skifstead. Doesn't get there, so Crandall says, I'll race after and pick it up myself. He races into the corner, gets pushed around, kind of like you're watching small track speed skating there. You got to push from behind by Miloskic. Miloskic takes the puck away and goes up along the far wall. Kicked out to neutral. Loose puck picked up by Everett Gamps. Far side now. This is Miloskic. Makes a move. Poked away by Crandall. And then on a second opportunity for Miloskic, he throws one just past the goaltender to the end wall. Not past it into the net. Made it sound like it could have gone in. Went wide. Rebels have it again. Couple opportunities for Everett Gamps. One was blocked. One went wide. 1:15 remaining in the power play for the Rebels. Julius Maish gets a piece of it and gets enough on it to get that past the defenseman along the near wall, and Everett Gamps regrouping in neutral are the Rebels. They knocked it into the zone. Picking it up, this is going to be Parsi. Tries to center it back to a teammate, knocked away by the Broncos, and out to neutral. Everett Gamps skates back into his own zone. Cross ice, can't connect. Only one there, Julius Maish. For the Broncos, he throws it in and gets it past Everett Gamps. Broncos getting some fresh penalty killers onto the ice. 45 remaining in the power play for Moose Lake area. Far side, Gavin Gamps sends a wrister towards Maish. I think it would have went wide of the mark, and Maish just knocks it to the end wall. Broncos clear it away off the stick of Julius Maish. Max Dremel on the forecheck. He's got it in the corner. He's got Shikowski with him. Centers it out front. That's knocked further away by the goaltender Gilbertson. Gets it off to Gavin Anderson, who skates towards the Broncos zone, fires it in. He'll dump after that and chase it into the far corner, but Zahn beats him there, throws it down the ice. 12 remaining in the Rebels power play. Looks like the Broncos have erased this first power play opportunity for the Rebels. Under 6 to go in the second period. 4-0 Broncos lead it. Hasbargen fires it right back down the ice. A bouncing puck that's knocked down by Gilbertson as the Broncos are at full strength. Max Dremel in behind, trying to take it away from Dressel. Dressel throws it in the corner. Backhand pass comes onto the stick of Proctor. He tries to clear it, and with some help from Gavin Gamps, they get it out to center. Puck laying along the far wall. Dremel backhands it. Picked right back up by Dressel. He fires it right onto the goaltender, Keaton Maish. CJ Hasbargen retreats, picks it up, tries to go long distance for Shikowski. Just gets a blade on it as it deflects into the zone and fired right back out by Dressel. Zahn. CJ Hasbargen, Shikowski. Nice, well done. Coming in. This is Royce Allen. Makes a move. Drives to the net. Shoots. Saved by the goaltender, Gilbertson. Gilbertson was up along the near post and made a nice save there as the Broncos. Great transition. Puck far side, near wall, back to a cutting guy through. That is, if coach watches that on film, he's just going to say you can't do it any better than that. Face off to the left of Gilbertson. Crandall to take it against Ryden Anderson. Crandall wins another one. Worley, wrist shot, goes wide of the far post from the near point. Leyendecker throws it out across ice. Knezevich picks it up, skates in, lost the handle on it. He's going to be tripped up, and going right back on the power play are going to be the Rebels as Joslin is going to go for the trip. This penalty at 12:03. So another penalty kill brought to you by St. Thomas School. Small class sizes and personalized learning are their specialties. Call 218-283-3430 or check them out on Facebook to get more information about enrolling your child at St. Thomas School. Face off to the left of Keaton Maish. 4:57 remaining in the second period. Broncos up 4-0 and killing another penalty. They win the face-off. They throw it all the way down. Out of his goal, Gilbertson fanned on the first pass opportunity, then backhands it into the corner. Skifstead was putting some pressure on. Crandall shoots. I think that was deflected off a defenseman's stick there for the Rebels. Went high and into the corner. Back into the Rebel zone in the far corner. There to pick it up. This is Bird. Bird being harassed by Crandall. Crandall ties it up, and then Bird takes it away from him. Bird skates along the near wall. Goes far side, and that's kicked away. Now Skifstead comes into the zone. Avoids a pull check from Bird. Comes to the near wall. Flicks it backhand in behind the Rebel net. Crandall has it there, out to the point. McFarland has it. Wrist shot, deflected, goes well wide of the mark. Bird picks it up, cross ice pass, looking for Michael Larson. He collects it. It was a little bit behind him, but Maish takes it away. Julius trying to go to Skifstead, but that doesn't connect. Bird fires and nearly, well, he did hit the official, I think, and the referee turns around and says, hey, jeez, watch my brain. It's an icing call. Cardinal sin, as Joey Payer says on the power play, and that icing call brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175, option 5 for a ride in the Borderland area. Face off to the right of Rebel goaltender Gilbertson. Shots on goal in this period, 18-4 in favor of the Falls as they have a 32-8 advantage. Zahn has it poked away. Ryden Anderson skates out of his own zone. 1-on-2, he comes into the zone. Gets it past CJ Hasbargen in behind the net. Shikowski gets a little bump on him there. Puck comes loose into the corner. Zahn Flicks it along the wall. Can the Broncos get it out? Absolutely. Poked along. Picking it up is Dressel. Far side for Leyendecker. Leyendecker gets it to Knezovic. He skates in, shoots high up over the top of the crossbar. Comes to the far wall. Leyendecker backhands one to Ryden Anderson. His little wrist shot just missed the far post. Comes off the end wall to the near half wall. And that is Max Dremel. That will send it all the way down. 20 remaining in the power play. Puck settled down there for Slama. He throws it up, backhand along the near wall. Finds Dressel to Knezovic. Knezovic pokes it by the Bronco defense. Now into the Bronco zone at the dot. Far side. Oh, Leyendecker was coming down the far side. Couldn't control it. Big slap shot by Slama goes wide of the mark. Joslin out of the penalty box. And now a big break here. The Broncos, as the Rebels were changing. Dremel skates in from the dot. Oh, Joslin going down the far side just out of his reach as the Broncos were looking to make it 5-0. Joslin skates out of the corner with it. Has it poked away nicely by Slama. Crandall leaves it back towards the net. Knocked away by Knezovic and out to neutral. Zahn turns, fires it right back into the near corner. Broncos need to get tagged back up. The official says they were not completely off. So here comes Dressel out of the zone. Gets to the Bronco blue line. Bumps it in to the Bronco zone. Joslin takes a little bump there from Gavin Gamps. That was less of a hit than they had the last time those two collided. Loose puck, Worley skates out along the near wall. Turns on the Jets as he comes down the near wall. That's knocked away nicely by Everett Gamps. Puck right here in front of the penalty box on the near end of the doors and fired in by the Broncos. Overskating it, but now regaining it is Wine. He throws it to his D partner in Everett Gantz. Goes to the far side, back to Gavin Anderson, out to neutral. Broncos have it there. This is Worley. Under 2 remaining in the period. Broncos up 4-0. They led it 3-0 after the first period. Rebels throw it down. Maish out of his net to throw it to the far wall. Royce Allen picks up the loose puck. Skates in behind his own net to reset the breakout. Comes near side. Lost the handle on it. Worley helped him out. Nearly coming up with the turnover was Miloskic. Up along the far wall. Knocked out to center by Royce Allen. Taking a big swipe at that was Everett Gamps. Hits some traffic. Backhanded into the zone by Miloskic. 1:15 remaining in the period as Brody Carlson ramps it up along the near wall out of the zone. Staying just onside, it was Schick, and a shot there by Brody Carlson, saved by the goaltender Gilbertson. 1:05 remaining in the period. 4-0 on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Need a new battery? Score one today at Napa Auto Parts of International Falls. Stay tuned for our intermission report brought to you by the Dent Shop. Faceoff comes to the right of Gilbertson. It will be Jake Olson versus Ryden Anderson. Jake wins it back. McFarland shot right into the breadbasket of the goaltender, and he hangs on to it. No rebound available there for the Broncos. So we'll do it again from the right side of Gilbertson with 1:02 left in the second frame. Faceoff won by Ryden Anderson. Under 1 minute now remaining as the Rebels look to break it out. That does not connect with Knezovic. This will be an icing call brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175, option 5 for a ride in the Borderland area. And the clock operator let about an additional 2 seconds go off there. I'll see. I'm going to watch to see if he refreshes those 2 seconds after the drop of the puck here. Face off to the right of Gilbertson. Down. Yes, he is refreshing that. Shot from McFarland. Man, Gilbertson, I don't know how he saw that, but he caught it right above his trapper, right in between his body and his elbow, and he hung on right there. He's played well. He's faced 33 shots. He's stopped 29 of them. Faceoff goes to the wall. The Rebels have it there. This is Bird. Bird in behind his own net to Dressel. Dressel being bothered there by Shikowski. Fires it back into the far corner. Loose puck. Dremel had it momentarily, poked off of his stick out to McFarland. Now Ryden Anderson. He sends it all the way down the ice. This will not be ice, and they're going to wave that off. Even if it was close, no. Julius Maish to McFarland. 20 remaining in the period. Shikowski having a tough time finding the handle on it. Finally gets it out to neutral. Royce Allen. This is going to be a 2-on-0. Allen gets it to Max Dremel. Backhand back to Allen, and good back check there. Getting in the play was Gavin Anderson. Almost got too, I don't want to say, no, they didn't get too cute. I'll talk about it after the whistle here, after the buzzer. At neutral, thrown back down towards the Bronco zone as the buzzer is going to go off. Yeah, Max Dremel and Royce Allen came in. I think they had so many options, and Allen lost possession of the puck, and then Max thought he was going to come back and get it, and then Allen decided to let him take it, and then it got too late in the ball game by the time they made up their mind. We're going to head to the second intermission. with your score. International Falls 4, Moose Lake area 0. We're going to take a 2.5-minute timeout. We're going to come back with our intermission report brought to you by the Dent Shop. You're listening.
Rainy Lake Medical Center is proud to offer local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab, and return to sports guidance. Rainy Lake Medical Center's Advanced Concussion Management Program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year from Rainy Lake Medical Center.
Living here in northern Minnesota, we embrace all 4 seasons, and the cooler weather brings out the cooler toys. What's next on your wish list? A snowmobile, fish house, snowblower, new plow for the truck or wheeler? Say yes to winter fun and I'll help you finance it. Call today and make an appointment with me, Chelsea Melander, consumer lender at TrueStar. Can't make it in during business hours? That's okay. Apply on your own time or on the mobile app or online at TrueStarFCU.com. Brighter banking at TrueStar Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
Hi, this is Chris Lassila, Vice President and Branch Manager of Border Bank. If you own a business, you know how important having the right banker is to the success of your business. At Border Bank, we are proud to have earned the reputation of caring for our customers' business as if they were our own. We're more than business bankers, we're partners, and our customer success is our ultimate goal. If your business could use that kind of attention, reach out to me to explore what business banking at Border Bank can do for you. We're Border Bank, partnering with Northern Minnesota businesses since 1935. Member FDIC.
Coke knows there's nothing better than the beat of the summer. From low-key to hyped up. So we're helping you and your friends drink it all in with 100 days of artist experiences, tracks, and concerts with the best names in music, all at Coke Studio. Drink, scan, and enjoy your Coke so you never miss out on the amazing offers we're dropping this summer. Okay, not gonna lie, that was pretty good.
Is the place to take your vehicle when you have a fender bender. They also have Rhino Pro protective linings, car starters, and lithium batteries. The Dent Shop, 218-285-9593. The Broncos lead it by a score of 4-0 on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Got just one goal in that second period, but not for a lack of trying. They outshot the Rebels 20-5 in that second period. Lots of good opportunities, but I'm telling you, Eli Gilbertson has been good in the nets. To keep this game really 4-0. Some of the quality shot opportunities that the Broncos have had. The sophomore goaltender for the Rebels has stood out in my mind. He has been outstanding in the nets for Moose Lake area. So give him a lot of credit on why the Broncos only have 4 goals here and why they really only got 1 goal on 20 shots in that second period. Didn't give up a lot of rebounds, made some sprawling saves, just has played well in the nets in my mind for the Rebels. And of course, not that I see everything when I'm broadcasting because it's difficult to do it, but I think he's played very, very well there in that period. Again, I want to remind that Sabrina Murray and Morgan DeMars, they won our Domino's Guess Who's Going to Score the First Goal for the Broncos. So make sure you stop at the radio station, ladies, and pick up your $5 gift certificate to Domino's. No delivery. You got to stop at the radio station to pick them up. That's how this is going to work. We're going to take another 2.5-minute timeout here. Let me rest my voice, get everything going here, and then we will come back here with more from Bronco Arena. The Broncos lead it by a score of 4-0. You're listening to Bronco Hockey here on Lakes Country 104.1. You're listening to the Rebels on the Moose, WMOZ, and you're watching it on yourliveevent.com.
Howard Cenex East invites you to see all they have to offer. Cenex East carries Canadian bakery bread, Wisconsin's best meat and cheese sticks, and other healthy snacks, along with a wide variety of chips, candy, and beverages. Howard Cenex East offers a 7-cent per gallon discount on gas and fuel when paying with cash. Hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday 9 to 6, and closed on Sunday. If you're looking for fun and rewarding jobs, stop into Cenex East and pick up an application. Howard Cenex East, Highway 53.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's Jerrid.
Lukacek Architecture is a proud sponsor of Bronco hockey. Growing up as part of the iconic Dirty Dozen band, Bronco hockey brings back great memories. For quality commercial and residential architecture right here in northern Minnesota, contact Lukacek Architecture.
Good luck to the Bronco hockey teams this season from Rainy Lake Oil. For all your fuel, propane, lube, and chemical needs, call Rainy Lake Oil at 1-888-LAKE-OIL. Larry and his staff will take care of it all.
Go Broncos!
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Worley Motors of International Falls is saluting all former Bronco hockey players on this year's 75th anniversary of Bronco boys hockey. Our team at Worley Motors is having its 76th anniversary right here in International Falls. We know that this 2022-23 Bronco hockey team plays hard and works hard, just like the Broncos teams of the past. Congratulations, Bronco players and coaches from the Worley Motors team at 309 5th Street in International Falls.
Welcome back here to Bronco Arena. I apologize if that was 3 minutes worth of commercials to our board op down in the Moose Lake area, and I lost count. I got talking with somebody, and so there you go. One goal scored in that second period. It belonged to the Broncos at the 3:48 mark. It was Cooper Crandall that scored. The assist goes to Braden Skifstead. That made the score 4-0. That's the way it was. 3 penalties in that period. Knezevich took an interference at 4:25. Nate Dremel for the Falls took an elbowing at 9:07, and Joslin took a trip at 12:03. Shots on that goal, I mentioned 20-5 in favor of the Falls. So looking at the saves, in that period, 19 for the goaltender Eli Gilbertson for a 2-period total of 35. 5 for Keaton Maish, as he's got a 2-period total of 9. And again, looking at the shots, 34-9 in favor of the Falls in this game. As sometimes you see shots on goal as a stat. Sometimes it's deceiving. Sometimes a lot of those shots, if you get into that 34 range, 25 of them have been from way outside. They're easy saves for the goaltender. I'm not saying. I'm saying that probably 12 to 14 of those shots have been in quality spots and good saves, even if they've come from the outside with traffic in front. So again, I know I keep touting Eli Gilbertson, but I think he's played fabulously in goal for the Rebels in this hockey game. Just a reminder, after I get done with this game and we get everything wrapped up, going to be packing up my equipment, heading over to the Falls High Gym. We're going to be bringing you Bronco boys basketball as they take on the Carleton Bulldogs. The pregame is scheduled to start about 4:10. You know how that always works. Things don't always go the way you want after a JV game, but we'll be on the air about that time. And of course, one of the big parts of doing that game, the reason why I am doing that game, is because former Bronco is the head coach for the Carleton Bulldogs in Sean Filipiak. He's also the track and field coach, and so we'll get a chance to talk with him. I'm looking forward to that conversation and see how things are going for him with the Carleton Bulldogs. And I believe, if I saw my information correctly, the last year of Carleton alone and Renshaw alone, as they are going to be co-oping together and forming a program together. So the last time that the Broncos will ever probably get a chance to play the Carleton Bulldogs, at least in boys basketball, you never know. You might see them down the road in a baseball or a softball tournament yet this spring, so I don't believe that the co-op starts until the fall. So we'll see how that all plays out. The Zamboni making its final turn as it heads off the ice. Then we got to do Chuck-a-Puck, and maybe they're going to fire one more around there, so maybe we still have a little while till we get to Chuck-a-Puck. Don't forget, tomorrow afternoon we're going to have PWA hockey for you on the Bear, KGHS 1230 AM, 95.3 FM, and rjbroadcasting.com, as they will be either playing in the championship game of their home tournament or they will be playing in the third place game of their home tournament. They play at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning at here at Bronco Arena, and I got to pull up my phone here, folks, and see that they are either going to be playing Buffalo or Dryden tomorrow in that 8 o'clock game. Buffalo and Dryden play this afternoon yet. Well, they'll know their opponent when they play at 8 a.m. If they win that game, they're into the championship game for International Falls. If they lose it, they play in the third place game. Again, either way, we'll have it for you on KGHS, the Bear, and rjbroadcasting.com with the pregame to start right around 11:50. We'll see how things go along there. So let's take another 2.5-minute timeout. We'll come back with more from Bronco Arena as International Falls leads Moose Lake area by a score of 4-0. You're listening to boys hockey action right here on the Moose, WMOZ, and on 104.1 Lakes Country in International Falls. Hometown Hobby and Crafts is your headquarters for all your craft and school projects. January is National Puzzle Month, and to recognize this, Hometown Hobby and Crafts will have 15% off all puzzles for the entire month. Buy 2 or more puzzles and get 20% off. Puzzles are a great family activity or solo project during the winter months. Stop at 327 3rd Street to check out the large selection of yarn that Hometown Hobby and Crafts has in stock. Their hours are 10 to 6 Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 Saturday. Buy local to keep our community strong.
Hi, this is Chris Lassila, Vice President and Branch Manager of Border Bank. If you own a business, you know how important having the right banker is to the success of your business. At Border Bank, we are proud to have earned the reputation of caring for our customers' business as if they were our own. We're more than business bankers, we're partners, and our customer success is our ultimate goal. If your business could use that kind of attention, reach out to me to explore what business banking at Border Bank can do for you. We're Border Bank, partnering with Northern Minnesota businesses since 1935. Member FDIC.
Now is a great time to visit Falls Lumber Company's Design Center. We heat this building with fireplaces and stoves so you can feel the warmth, see how they burn, and check out which one is best for your home, cabin, or shack. We sell some of the best name brands in the business: Cozy Heat, Yodel, Hearthstone, Napoleon, Regency, and more. Check out Falls Lumber Company's Design Center, something for everyone. 201 4th Street in the Falls.
Rainy Lake Medical Center is proud to offer local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab, and return to sports guidance. Rainy Lake Medical Center's Advanced Concussion Management Program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year from Rainy Lake Medical Center. City Drug, your community Health Mart pharmacy, invites you to eat well and live better with Frontier Soups. Gluten-free, non-GMO, no added salt or preservatives. The homemade minute mixes offer a variety of easy-to-prepare soups. South of the Border Tortilla and Chicago Bistro French Onion are best-selling favorites. Try Minnesota Heartland 11 Bean Soup or the always popular Rocky Mountain Trail Loaded Potato Soup. Frontier Soups, clearly made from ingredients you know. City Drug Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Welcome back to Bronco Arena. Always an exciting Chuck-a-Puck. Multiple opportunities, and the winner, I think, was given a little nudge. I'm not sure they would have been, well, they'd have gotten first or second, but I think they got a little nudge to get to first place. So, hey, it's always good fun. And of course, the money goes to the right cause. It goes back to Bronco hockey, which it's all about. You're listening to the Intermission Report, brought to you by the Dent Shop at 1712 First Avenue West. It is the place to take your vehicle when you have a fender bender. They also have Rhino Pro Protective Lightings, car starters, and lithium batteries. The Dent Shop, 218-285-9593. Don't forget, in our post-game show, we'll be giving out our comeback moment of the game, brought to you by Align Chiropractic and Wellness Center. Our sleeper moment of the game, brought to you by Northland Sales and Service. And our Energy Star Player of the game, brought to you by North Star Electric. And we appreciate all the sponsors that allow me to run around and never be home. as everybody tells me. Are you ever home? Well, some days it doesn't feel like you get there very often, but I enjoy what I'm doing, folks. So don't worry about me. I'll be just fine as I come to you from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College press box. Start your voyage at Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River, Minnesota North College, 218-285-7722. I wish I had time to run over and watch a little Rainy River basketball this afternoon, but that's just not going to happen as they are taking on the Northland Pioneers. The women's game probably just getting done right about now as they started at 1 o'clock. The men to play at 3 o'clock. And again, we've got Bronco Boys basketball coming up for you right here on Lace Country and RJBroadcasting.com. Dwayne, he's going home. He doesn't want to do a doubleheader. I understand. He doesn't want to go tear all that equipment back down. He's got to have some time to get away for a little while. The teams are back on the ice. Broncos will be going right to left in this third period, leading it by a score of 4-0. And I'm just kind of curious to see how things play out here, because there is a chance, folks, and I don't know, obviously it's going to come down in another month, but if these two teams could play right back here in about 4 weeks from today. It could be another Saturday playoff game if Moose Lake area were to end up in the 10th seed and the Falls would end up in the 7th seed. That's how that would work out on a Saturday, either evening or afternoon. I don't know how. I think last year they were supposed to play at 6 o'clock. It got moved to the afternoon. There were some hard feelings about playing early and playing late and when it was supposed to be played and all this other stuff. And so these two teams could see each other again. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's in the cards a little bit. They're close enough in these standings where that could happen. And, of course, the Falls looking to, I think, stay out of that 7th seed game. They seem to have been playing in it a lot the last couple of years from that 7th spot. We're underway in period number 3. Puck is in the neutral zone area. Joslin shovels it backhand into the zone. Gilbertson out of his net, sets it down there for Wyant. Maybe hit a little spot of water over there. And it looks like he maybe hit another one as Keep comes up with the loose puck. Along the end wall, now into the corner. Along the half wall, poked away, back into the corner. Has some struggle. Skifstead tries to center it out in front. That hits the side of the net. Poked away by the Rebels into the far corner. Big Gavin Gamps knocks down small Asher Keep, and now we're going to get a whistle, and he's going to get an interference call. You're going to get a cross-checking call right there, and I don't know. This is going to be on Skifstead. I didn't see it happen, so Skifstead will go to the box for the cross-check. This penalty at 36 seconds of the third period. So on to the penalty kill, brought to you by St. Thomas School. Small class sizes and personalized learning are their specialties. Call 218-283-3430 or check them out on Facebook to get more information about enrolling your child at St. Thomas School. Face off to the left of Keaton Nash. 2 number 5s knock at it, and it comes in behind the net. Going to be brought there by Joslin. Lifting the stick there was Michael Larson. Gets it back to Moloskic. Stepping up is Birch. Shot, that's deflected away by Worley. Worley collects the cup, goes a puck off the wall. Try to get after, but picking up is going to be Everett Gamps. Cross ice, looking for a teammate. This is only going to be an icing call, is what it's going to be on the Rebels. The Cardinal sin again on the. Again, that's not me saying that. Somebody else calling it that. But this icing call brought to you by Arrowhead Transit. 1-800-862-0175. 1 minute into the third period, 1:36 remaining in the penalty kill here for the Falls. On the ice for the Falls, Worley, Max Dremel, Schakowsky, and Joslin. Walking out in front, Worley. Big save there by Gilbertson as that was a point-blank range. Shot cleared away, or pass cleared away, kept in by Joslin at the point. He fires one wide of the mark, comes into the near corner as I'm a little behind. If you're watching on television, I apologize, or on your computer screen. Puck being battled for along the half wall. Dremel comes away with it. Throws one, tried to throw it off the back of the goaltender, went up and hit the top of the net, rolled across and fell off. Shot from the point by Worley. Schakowsky has it. His shot hit a stick and went up over the top of the crossbar. Rebels on the power play here, but you would not guess that as the Broncos putting the pressure on here, shorthanded. Schakowsky along the far half wall, knocked away to the point, but kept in after Knezevich tried to clear. Worley poked off of his stick by Knezevich. He has it. Flips it cross ice. Joslin just outside of the blue line, shovels it into the near corner. He likes that backhanded shovel. Dressel goes along the half wall. Leyendecker, cross ice, looking for Knezevich. Taken away by Schakowsky to Joslin. Joslin looks down the ice, finds a corner long ways away. 25 remaining in the power play for the Rebels. 14:50 in this third period, 4-0 on your PCA and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard in favor of the Broncos. Out to neutral. Joslin just flicks it right back down the ice. Now under 15 remaining. Everett Gamps fires it around the wall. Comes to the near half wall. Stepping on is McFarland. He tries to flick it in, but that was knocked away by Gavin Anderson. Back into the Broncos zone. Julius Maish from behind his own net. Out of the penalty box is Skifstead. Back to 5-on-5 hockey as the Rebels are now 0 for 3 on the power play. Everett Gamps to the near side. McFarland kept that in. That hits Wyant as it was heading towards the net, goes into the far corner. Ice has looked like it's set up here finally, as we don't seem to have those water spots anymore. Out to the point. Julius Mace, wrist shot. That's deflected away by Gavin Gamps. Mace throws it into the corner, picked up by Keep. Keep thought he avoided the hip check there of Everett Gamps, but he didn't. There's a slap shot from the point by Mace. Gilbertson gets the stick down there, covers it with the trapper, stops the clock. 13:51 remaining in the third period. 4-0 in favor of International Falls on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Need a new battery? Score one today at Napa Auto Parts of International Falls. Just 2 shots on goal thus far for the Falls. It feels like there's been more than that. Face-off controlled by the Rebels. They throw it in behind their own net. Shikowski tries to center it after he won the race for the puck. Dremel picks up the bounding puck, comes to the half wall. Leaves it off for Shikowski. Excuse me, that is Allen. Allen to the blue line. Far side now. CJ Hasbargen, sharp angle shot, gloved up by his ear by the goaltender Gilbertson. Dwayne's shaking his head at me. Why are you shaking your head? It's what? Set up the play, he says. Yeah. Face-off win. Back to Hasbargen by Dremel. He's been dynamite. I mentioned that in the second period. Shot deflected by Dremel, and that went off the post on the outside of it. And now in behind the net. Dremel has it there. Dremel to the point. Zahn. Wrist shot on the ice. Knocked into the near corner off the stick of the goaltender Gilbertson. Royce Allen has it. Being bothered there by Bird. Allen leaves it back in the corner for Max Dremel. Max skates out towards the point. Tried to go cross ice. That was deflected away by Michael Larson. Stepping in was Hasbargen. Knocks it into the corner. Battle for it there. Poked in behind the Rebel net. Dressel has it there. Dressel reverses course. Now comes up the center of the ice. Looking to escape the zone. And he will. Near side. Tipped into the zone by Miloskic. In behind the Bronco net. Rebels changing. Broncos trying to complete a change. Looking up for Allen. He just tips it into the zone. This will be an icing call. Yes. No, they wave it off. At the last moment, Broncos did get their change. Now here come the Rebels firing one down. Picked up there by Hasbargen. Hasbargen plays it off the near wall. Trying to bound one there for Reiners. That's too far. It'll be an icing call brought to you by Arrowhead Transit. 1-800-862-0175. Option 5 for a ride in the borderland areas. On the ice for the Rebels, you've got Ryden Anderson, Peter Knezevich, number 16, that is Corbin Leyendecker. Number 6, Dalton Slama, and Henry Wyant, number 7. For the Broncos, you got Jake Olson, who just won the faceoff, Matt Worley, Jackson Reiners, Cody Joslin, and Nate Dremel. Broncos bring it out to center. Cross-ice pass looking for Nate, just couldn't control it, so Wyant stops in behind his net. Lost a little bit of an edge. Rushing in there was Nate Dremel. They both go to the ice. Rebels look to clear it out. They will. Leyendecker. Backhands went out. That loose puck going to be picked up by Jake Olson. Olson right onto the stick of Leyendecker. He avoids a couple poke checks. Skates into the Broncos zone. Let's go with a wrist shot from the blue line. Goes wide of the mark. Knezevich, far wall. Into the corner as he tried to hit Leyendecker coming down the backside. Broncos try to clear it out, but it's thrown back around the boards by Leyendecker. Kept in at the point by Wyant. Wyant gets surrounded by a couple of Bronco players and poked out to neutral by Reiners. Back into the own zone is Slama. Tried to thread the needle there. Coming up with it is going to be Worley. Dremel could have taken an icing call there, I believe. Yes, it is. He was more than a stride, I would say, short of the red line there. So we'll have a face-off to the right of Keaton Maish with 11:22 remaining in the third period. Score remains 4-0 here. The Rebels sticking within striking distance here as the Broncos try to put them away and the Rebels try to hang in there. Face-off to the right of Maish, as I mentioned. Face-off win by Crandall. Fired all the way around the boards. That got past Skifstead. He races after it, and it's going to be an icing call as the Broncos could not get back to that. 1-800-862-0175. Option 5 for a ride in the borderland area. We'll have the face-off to the left of Maish this time. Taking it for the Rebels will be Proctor. It'll be Crandall for the Falls. Proctor wins it. Back to the point to Bird. Proctor throws one towards the net, wide of the net. Aiden McFarland to the far corner, throws it back in behind his own net where Julius Maish has it. Back to Aiden McFarland. Tried to go to Crandall, stolen away by Gavin Yamps. There's a kick save by the goaltender Keaton Maish. Crandall up along the far wall, pokes it out to neutral. Back in by the Rebels. They tag back up as they had a couple guys trapped offside. Now they look for Crandall. Crandall spins into the zone, lays on the brakes. Skifstead with him. Near circle, shot, missed the wide of the post on the far side. McFarland collects it there. Tried to go back to keep. He couldn't control that with his skate in behind the Rebels net. Skifstead walks out front. That's saved by the goaltender. May have had a little help from the defense knocking it away as well. Skifstead regroups it out to the point. Julius Maish, wrister. Whoa, that hit the crossbar or the post. I'm not sure which one. I thought it was in the net. I was already putting the big G word out there. McFarland, shot saved by the goaltender into the trapper. Man, Maish has got to be like, oh, that was a good one right there. So he said Dwayne says, I think it hit both. He hit the crossbar and the post. It definitely could have. It rung it in there. So we'll get a face-off to the right of goaltender Eli Gilbertson. It'll be Miloskic for the Rebels. It will be Royce Allen for the Falls. Allen wins it back, and unable to keep it in was Brody Carlson. Zahn skates back into his own zone. Far side, looking for Shikowski. Up to Allen, who skates it into the Rebel zone. Poked away momentarily by Dressel as Allen regroups it. In the corner. Kicks it to himself. Reverses course, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Comes into the corner, still possessing the puck. Finally knocked down to the ice, and we're going to have a penalty coming up, I believe, on the Rebels. We'll see. We're going to get the holding call, and it is going to be on Miloskic that is going to take the penalty. So the Broncos will go on their Canner Electric power play. For all your electrical needs, both commercial and residential, stop at Canner Electric at 500 4th Street in International Falls or call 218-283-8319. Face-off win. Crandall at the point. Cross ice for Joslin. Joslin. Rister. Blocker down by the goaltender. Rebels collect it, fired all the way down the ice. 9:30 remaining in this third period. 1:45 in the Bronco power play, brought to you by Canner Electric. Crandall, far side, right onto the blade of Dremel, who gets it off to Skifstead. Couldn't control it. Picked up by Dremel. He fires it all the way around the boards. Crandall comes in from the point, trying to keep it in the zone. With a little help from Keep and Dremel, they do so. Rebels, they'll find it, and they'll fire it all the way down the ice. Maish, way out of his net in the far corner. Throws it into the near corner to Joslin. Joslin to Skifstead. Backhanded to the far wall. Dremel picks it up there, skates it in. Gets knocked out the puck by Everett Gantz. Loose puck picked up by Keep. Keep gets it to Joslin. Joslin fires it into the corner. Skifstead behind the net. Tried to jam it in. Loose puck. Dremel tripped up. No penalty. Crandall throws it into the corner. I'm not saying there should have been, but there could have been. Skifstead from behind the net gets it to Keep. Keep to the point to Joslin. His wrister missed the mark. 8.5. We're past the halfway mark of this third period. 45 remaining in the Bronco power play. Knocked out to neutral and back into the Bronco zone by the Rebels. Crandall from behind his own net. Feels the pressure from Gavin Anderson. Escapes along the near side to center. Now gets it to Keep. Lost the handle on it, but stays in the zone. Joslin picks it up there. Far circle. Lays on the brakes. Leaves it from Julius Maish, who just came on. Back to Joslin. Joslin flicks it into the corner as he lost possession of it. Nate Dremel back out to Joslin. He turns. Maish, one-timer. Didn't get all of it. Hits Worley as it blockers over to the far wall. Keep gets in there. Puts it into the slot, but the only one there was Jordan Bird. He sends it all the way down onto the goaltender as the Broncos get some fresh bodies. Penalty is over, so the Broncos do not convert on the Canner Electric power play. Back they come in. Maish tried to go to Nate Dremel. Flicked off of his stick into the far corner. 7.5 remaining in the third period. Did McFarland keep it in? The linesman says yes. And now on a second opportunity, getting the out to center are the Rebels. Maish has it. Gets it to Royce Allen. He gets a little bump. Loose puck picked up by Milosevic. Miloskic, he sends it down the ice, as it'll be an icing call as he wasn't quite to the red line. So this icing call brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175. Coming to you from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box. Start your voyage at Rainy River Campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River, Minnesota North College, 285-77-22. Face off to the right of Gilbertson. Allen versus, it looks like that could be Procker, and it is. Back to Zahn. His shot misses the mark. Picked up by Allen. Allen flicks it in behind the net. Wyant up along the far wall, kept in by Hasbargen. Hasbargen right on the ice. I think that made it all the way through without touching anybody. Missed the net. Zahn in the slot, now to the far dot. Shot. Missed on the near side. Max Dremel backhands it towards the net. Kicked around. Into the corner. Shikowski looking for a cutting Max Dremel. That's deflected away by the Rebels. Wyant. No, excuse me. That is not 7. It's 9. That is Gavin Anderson. Zahn battles through. Perseveres. Knocks it into the zone. Battles a few jousts there with Gavin Anderson with the sticks. Referee lets it go both ways. Big collision. CJ Hasbargen coming out of his net was Gilbertson, the goaltender, to flick it out to neutral. Keep just came off the bench. He has it to Zahn. Right back to Dremel, who had just escaped the zone. He's right back in. Gets it to Allen. Allen backhands one right into the body of the goaltender Gilbertson. He hangs on with 6:10 remaining. Now, folks, I'm going to tell you, if you'd have told me that after the first period the Broncos were leading 3-0, and that in the third period Moose Lake still hadn't scored, I would have guessed that the game would have been into running time, but it hasn't. The Rebels have stuck in there. They gave up 1 goal at the 3:48 mark, so better than a period here that the Broncos have been held scoreless after the Rebels gave up 4 goals in the first 21 minutes, and another save there off the faceoff by the goaltender Gilbertson. So give the Rebels credit. Worley tipped out front, goes into the near corner off his shot from the point after the faceoff win again by Max Dremel. Crandall all the way around the wall. Couldn't have been Max Dremel. He's not on the ice. Had to be number 9, not number 5. So Crandall with another faceoff win. In the near corner. Poked along the half wall. Skisted bangs it back towards the corner. Chases after it. Tried to go backhand on the sharp angle. That was deflected away, and the Rebels looked to clear it out. Near wall. Wow, nice job there by Leyendecker as he hit that puck in midair, but here come the Broncos back the other way. Keith, full speed. His shot deflected by Everett Gabs, goes high off the glass. Big collision, and Skisted got a stick up high there, and we're going to get a stoppage in play with 5:23 as a very coincidental hit there. Big speed by Skifstead, and things just kind of got up high there, and Skifstead, I think, maybe took a shot in the head there. Like I said, not on purpose. It was just in the course of the action, everything kind of going around. And so the clock stopped with 5:23 remaining in this third period. 4-0. The Broncos lead it on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Face-off won by Max Dremel. This time it definitely is number 5. Matter of fact, he won it so nicely, it went past Julius Maish out to center. He throws it back in. Gilbertson out of his net, settles the puck down for Slama. Out to the point, kept in by Maish. He flicks it into the corner to Allen. Allen backhands it in behind the net. Bird gets there first for the Rebels, loses an edge. Slama picks it up there, throws it in the near corner. Battle for the puck along the wall. Dremel comes away with it. Flicks it to Allen. Back out front to Shikowski. He just couldn't get a handle on it, and the Rebels knock it out to center. McFarland brings it right back in for the Broncos. Knocked off of his stick. Larson skates towards the far wall. Reverses course, gets it out to neutral off the wall, but unable to catch up with that was Parsi. Broncos try to knock it along. And now, thrown cross ice. Collision over there. Again, no penalties coming as it was just bodies laying on the ice after they run into each other going after the puck. There's going to be a souvenir for somebody as throwing it up into the stands on the near side is Slama, and they didn't want to keep that puck. They throw it right back out onto the ice. 4:21 remaining here. Stay tuned for the post-game show. I will run down and get an interview with somebody. Haven't decided who that is going to be yet, but we'll get down there. We'll get a chance to talk to somebody, and then we'll have that for you during the post-game show. Face off to the right of Gilbertson. One back by Crandall. A spinning backhander there by Nate Dremel. That's deflected away by the defense as the Rebels look to go to the far side. Taken away. This is Crandall. Somehow got through there. Puts the shot on Gilbertson. The first save. Did he make the second save? He did. maybe with a little help from his defense as he rolled over and kept that puck from going into the net. And Cooper Crandall's got to be like, come on, man. I did everything right on that play, made an amazing split through the defense, kept possession of the puck. I deserve better than that. Yeah, not according to Eli Gilbertson, you don't. Carlson to keep. He skates off the wall. Nate Dremel, backhander. Man, I thought, how did that not go in? I thought it was in the net to just miss the far post. Under 4 remaining in the third period. Brody Carlson flicks it towards the Rebel zone. Picked up there by Dressel. Dressel to the near wall. Zahn backhands it along, but it's knocked down there by Dressel, and then the Broncos do get it in. Played along the end wall. Crandall. I don't know how he picks up that puck all the time, but he does. He seems to be there all the time. Out to Zahn. Zahn, wrist shot. That hits traffic. Maybe hit Nate Dremel. Goes towards the far corner. Was it played with a high stick? Referees and the officials say no. Comes into the near corner. Just over 3 remaining. Broncos leading at 4-0 here. They led 3-0 after the first. Not much in the way of scoring since then. Zahn to the far wall, into the corner. Hooked in behind the net. Now back out to the far side. Carlson back to the end wall. Crandall waiting. Dot to the point. Now turns, weaves through traffic. Gets to the circle. Shoots. That missed the mark. Loose puck picked up here by Proctor. He's going to throw this one down. Take an icing call with 2:47 remaining in the third period. This icing call brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175. I'm going to warn my board op down in Moose Lake that commercial break for the post-game show could be anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes before I get my interview. So just be patient there and kind of listen. I'll do the best I can to make it as short as possible. As we come back, the Rebels throw it down the ice. Joslin retreats into his own zone. Being pressured there by Wright and Anderson. Ooh, off the skate of Worley, right out in front of Mace. That could have went into the back of the net. Ooh, Worley avoids a poke check into the zone. Knocked out the puck by Wright and Anderson, and then gets it right back. Throws it towards the point, comes out past Reiners along the far wall. Spinning through. And we've got a penalty on the far side. Dwayne saw it. I didn't see it as I was watching the puck. And I believe Worley is going to go for the rough. So the Rebels are going to go on to the power play here. This penalty is going to be called at 14:45 of the period. And the penalty kill here brought to you by St. Thomas School. Small class sizes and personalized learning are their specialties. Call 218-283-3430 or check them out on Facebook to get more information about enrolling your child at St. Thomas School. Face off to the right of Keaton Maish. Max Dremel wins it back. McFarland takes a big swipe at it and sends it all the way down the ice. Gilbertson out of his net. Leaves it there for Slama. Slama collects it. Flicks it along the wall. Going to be intercepted by Max Dremel. Shakowski on the forecheck there. He goes right to the front of the net. Couldn't get the puck from Dremel. And now coming away with it is Miloskic. He has it poked away by Shakowski. Makes a move. Skates in. Gets to the dot. Shoots. What a save by the goaltender Gilbertson. I'm still impressed. He's shut the door down here on the Broncos after giving up 4 in, as I mentioned just a moment ago, in the first 21 minutes. He's been dynamite in the goal. Not that he was bad through the first 21 minutes. It's just the Broncos had a lot of pressure on him. Shots on goal, 46-11 in total. That means 12-2 in this third period. Off the faceoff. Kept in at the point by Julius Mace. McFarland throws one in front of the net. There's nobody home there for the Broncos. They're shorthanded. On the far wall. Skifstead steps in. Knocks it into the corner. 90 seconds remaining in the hockey game. Max Dremel, being the pest that he is. Excuse me, that's Crandall, being the pest that he is. Those 5s and 9s are too close, and they're about the same size. From center ice, this is Mace. Rings it all the way around the boards. Here come the Rebels. Possible 2-on-2 here. Flick towards the corners. They'll dump and chase after it. McFarland gets there first. Throws it off the wall. Kept in by Gavin Anderson. They battle for it here along the near wall, and it's flicked out to neutral by Cooper Crandall. I hope Cooper Crandall or Max Dremel aren't offended that I said that they're about the same size. It's just the truth, folks. Back into the Broncos zone. Under a minute remaining. McFarland winds it up along the far side. Lifts the puck high as there's 30 seconds remaining in the power play. Skifstead gets there first, poked away by Everett Gamps. Skifstead throws it towards the corner. Going to be picked up by Gavin Gamps. Gavin being hounded there by the true number 5 now. Here comes Max Dremel, being the pest that he is. If there was a moment of the game for the pest, number 5 would get it a lot of the time. Shikowski, his shot, he was tied up. Rebels trying to get it out of the zone. 8 seconds remaining in their power play. Dremel has it at neutral to Julius Maish. Back to Max Dremel, doesn't connect. Back out to center. Shikowski out of the penalty box is Worley. Maish comes up, throws one in towards the net. 5 seconds remaining in this hockey game. The Broncos are going to improve to 6-10 on the season as they get a shutout here. Keaton Maish with the shutout as the Broncos win it by a score of 4-0. Stay tuned for the post-game show. We'll be back again, board up in Moose Lake. I'm going to say 3 minutes to 5 minutes possible here. You're listening to Bronco Boys Hockey on Lakes Country 104.1 in International Falls, WMOZ The Moose in Moose Lake, and on watching it on yourliveevent.com.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide, where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Falls International Airport has you covered for your vacations. Whether you're looking to head to a big city or a sandy beach, Falls International Airport can help you make your connection to anywhere. With a modern terminal, free parking, free Wi-Fi, shorter lines, easy baggage claim, and more, you'll be happy you booked your flight out of Falls International Airport. To schedule your vacation getaway or for more information, log on at internationalfallsairport.com.
Here, we like to think time moves a little more slowly. We soak in clean, fresh, northern Minnesota air. We make time to pause, reflect, and find joy in the great outdoors. We share love and Minnesota kindness and spend time making giant memories with the ones we love. Memories sure to last a lifetime. Escape up north this season. Find your true north at Giants Ridge.
A message from CAPE, Couchiching Area Prevention and Education. Be present. Most Falls High students do not feel pressured to drink alcohol by their friends. We learn from the past, live in the present, and strive for the future. CAPE is working together to empower the communities within Couchiching County through prevention, education, collaboration, and shared leadership to reduce alcohol and tobacco use among youth and young adults. Together, we are strong. This ad has been funded by Drug Free Communities grant funding.
The Propane Gas Association recommends that all gas systems should be routinely inspected every 5 years. Lakes Gas in the Falls can check your gas systems on a regular basis. A gas system safety inspection only takes 1 or 2 hours and includes a leak test as well as a visual inspection of all your gas appliances. Lakes Gas has a fall special on gas safety system inspections right now, so call Lakes Gas for an appointment today. Lakes Gas, your local propane company since 1959.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Rainy Lake Medical Center is proud to offer local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab, and return to sports guidance. Rainy Lake Medical Center's Advanced Concussion Management Program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year from Rainy Lake Medical Center.
Cloudy this afternoon with daytime highs approaching 25. Westerly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Cloudy skies again. Tonight, lows dip down to about 9 above. A blend of clouds and sun. Tomorrow, high temperatures reach up to 20. About an inch of snow Monday.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki from the Weatherology Weather Center on Lakes Country.
Currently, it's 27.
Lukacek Architecture is a proud sponsor of Bronco hockey. Growing up as part of the iconic Dirty Dozen band, Bronco hockey brings back great memories. For quality commercial and residential architecture right here in northern Minnesota, contact Lukacek Architecture.
Good luck to the Bronco hockey teams this season from Rainy Lake Oil. For all your fuel, propane, lube, and chemical needs, call Rainy Lake Oil at 1-888-LAKE-OIL. Larry and his staff will take care of it all.
Go Broncos!
And welcome back here. And as I get everything straightened away, for some reason we lost our connection there. And hopefully now that we have it, let's listen to that interview that I got in the post game with Keaton Maish. Welcome back to the pregame show, being joined by winning goaltender Keaton Maish. Keaton, talk about how the day went for you.
Well, we knew we were going to have to come out strong because the past couple days we haven't been doing what we were supposed to. So then we just got ready and went out there.
Get the shutout. You like the sounds of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things nice. that you like the goaltender. You like to hear that word.
Yeah, it's nice.
There weren't a lot of great shots, but you had a couple there where you had to keep yourself in the game. Talk about what you felt like you played, what you did best in the crease.
I think playing the puck when it was dumped in our zone, I think I did pretty good at that today.
All right. I think Coach wants you to get into the locker room. We're going to let you go. Congratulations on the shutout.
Thank you.
And that was Keaton Maish joining me there. Coach, honestly, head coach was kind of sneaking a peek like, where is the winning goaltender? We want to make sure we give him his due justice. And I was holding him up. I was hoping for a little longer interview than that, but that's the way things go sometimes. That's how things operate. The Falls wins this by a score of 4-0. Let's run down the scoring for you. Getting things started was Royce Allen at the 3:59 mark as he put the first goal in for the Broncos. So we got a couple of winners in our Dominoes. Who scores the first goal? Sabrina Murray and also Morgan DeMars. The assists go to Shakowski and to Max Dremel. At 10:44 of the first period, it was Caden Zahn, the defenseman, getting his goal. Assists go to C.J. Hasbargen and to Braden Skisted, 2-0. Then at 13:25, getting the goal was Asher Keep. The assist goes to Aiden McFarland and to Julius Maish. The Falls led it 3-0 after the first period. 3:48 into the second, getting the goal was Cooper Crandall, second assist of the game for Braden Skisted. That was the end of the scoring right there, folks. 3:48 into the second period. That took care of all of that. The penalties in the game, 2 in the first period, both on the Rebels, 3 in the second period, 2 of them on the Falls, 3 penalties in the third period, 2 of them again to the Broncos. I think I said 2 to the Rebels in the second. It was 2 to the Broncos in the second period. Shots on goal for the game, 46-11 in favor of the Broncos. In the third period, 12-2 in favor of the Falls. So 42 total saves for Eli Gilbertson, the sophomore goaltender for the Rebels, who I can't say enough good words about. I thought he played famously today. Maish ends up getting the shutout on 11 saves for the Broncos. It's time to name our player of the game, and it's brought to you by North Star Electric. The power of human connections can be seen on and off the field, and the same is true with North Star Electric. Congratulations to Keaton Maish, the winning goaltender, the shutout goaltender. He is this game's Energy Star Player of the Game from North Star Electric. Our Northland Sales and Service sleeper moment of the game. Northland Sales and Service can help you get a good night's rest with brands like Serta. You will wake up feeling refreshed and ready to tackle another day. Northland Sales and Service also has pillows, sheets, and mattress protectors. Stop in today and let Tony and Maya help you start getting your best sleep. Northland Sales and Service, 500 3rd Street in downtown International Falls. Well, the Falls wasn't sleeping early in this game. I'll say it that way. Coaches asked them to come out. I thought right from the get-go they had this game going. There was no sleeping for the Falls. And that sleeper moment brought to you by Northland Sales and Service. Comeback moment of the game brought to you by Align Chiropractic and Wellness Center at 1322 3rd Street. When you need to make a comeback due to back, neck, or leg pain, call Align Chiropractic and Wellness Center at 218-283-2243 and let Alyssa Clarity get you on the road to recovery. And our comeback moment of the game, how about we give that? I'm going to go with Asher Keep. He kept coming on, and he finally got one into the back of the net as Asher Keep is our comeback moment of the game, brought to you by Align Chiropractic and Wellness Center. Our post-game show is going to be brought to you by Service Master. For a home that is professionally cleaned all year round, call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gretchen will take very good care of you. Got to get packed up here, folks. Need to get over to the Falls High Gym as the junior varsity game between Carleton and International Falls for the boys just getting underway. I'm going to head over there, get my interviews, and we'll be on the air in about an hour and 7 minutes approximately from the Falls High Gym as the Bronco boys take on Carleton. Thanks, everybody. Thanks to whoever was pushing the buttons down in Moose Lake, getting the Rebels on the air. We certainly appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon. The Broncos win it by a final score of 4-0. You've been listening to the Rebels on WMOZ The Moose. You've been listening to the Broncos on Lakes Country 104.1, and everybody's been watching it on yourliveevent.com. Thank you for listening to Bronco Boys Hockey on Lakes Country 1.